and gentlemen, welcome to Touching Tips, a podcast dedicated to the world of PSVR2. My name is Karen Alive and Well, and I'll be introducing your hosts. From the west of Ireland, he is a visionary, a leader, a sensual and generous lover, as I can attest. Petrifying Pumpkins. Pumpkins was once a successful businessman before a tragic incident left him with stage 2 ligma of the mind. No longer able to run his multinational POG corporation, Pumpkins turned to his other passion, PSVR. Hence this channel and later podcast were born. Pumpkins is famous all over the world thanks to the various Easter eggs dedicated to him in PSVR exclusive Firewall 0 Hour. Most famously, if you go to the hangar map, in the air control tower, you will see radar screens with various aircraft designations that, when combined, spell out Petrifying Pumpkins. It really does make him better than you. From Mexico, he has many names: El Chupacabra, El Fuego, El Pasión. But around here we call him Mr. 777 or Jackpot. Mr. 777 moved to the United States as a wee lad. A former Xbox fan, Jackpot gave up on Team Green when he discovered the future is virtual reality, and has been on PlayStation since. Jackpot lives with his mother, in her basement. She reached out to Pumpkins, begging him to let Jackpot be a co-host as she worries about his lack of social communication skills, as you will soon see for yourselves. He turned to marijuana at a young age and has reached a stage where if he were to ever stop smoking, the shock to his system would kill him immediately. Jackpot has a heavily stained pillow that he calls Amanda. He believes that she is real and that he is in a long-term relationship with her. His catchphrase is, "Bitch." And finally, all the way from the frigid wastes of Canada, comes Muzz. Muzz has a passion for maple syrup and discussing PSVR2. He once got lost in the frozen tundra of northern Canada with his best friend. The ordeal was harrowing and led to Muzz eating the remains of his friend in order to survive. Shortly after, Muzz turned to VR gaming as a way to escape the horrors of the reality he leaves every time he puts on the headset. It's worth noting that while Muzz maintains his best friend was dead before he began to consume him, later studies of the remains hinted at the possibility that the friend died from infections that were caused from bites, though due to a handling error, the evidence was deemed inadmissible and Muzz walked free. He also has a cat. Without further ado, let the show begin. I've been Karen Alive and Well, and I will now hand you over to the strong, sexy hands of Pumpkins. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and all that usual YouTube shite.
What the fuck is this?
Uh-oh, that's the wrong setting. Let me go. Where's Touching Tips gone? Oh, there it is.
What the fuck is this?
And we are live, and my camera's gone now because I went into the
Are
other
we?
scene. Let me just refresh that camera real quick.
Uh-oh.
Apologies. How do I do that again? I think I just hit the refresh button. And there it is. And we're back. Alright, sorry about that.
Are we?
all
Jackpot
fixed.
was distracting me. You should listen. You should listen to what Jackpot was telling me while with that 5-minute intro was playing. Just the nonsense that comes out of this man's mouth is unbelievable. He's got me all riled up and frustrated already.
I just tuned out for a few minutes.
Well, you had to
Now
do
I'm
it.
back.
You had to do it.
Just dozed off.
Anyway, how's it going, Muzz? How's it going, Jackpot?
Doing good.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
Mics are good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Test.
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 Fozzie says you're all looking well. Thank you, Fozzie. Let me catch up on the comments. Say hello to everyone. Donnie is here. Movemaster Mick is here. Fozzie is here. Gunny D is here. Geisen is here. And is that everyone? Roy Schwartz is peeping. I think that's everyone. A lot of peeping going on.
Double the peeping.
A lot of peeps, a lot of lurkers.
That's what we need. We need lurkers.
Yep.
We need as many as we can get. So yeah, any news or anything you want to say that has occurred since the last week? In the last week since we've done a Touching Tips.
Not really.
No.
October ended up sucking, even though we thought it was going to be awesome.
Yeah. Didn't August do the same thing? Remember when August did that?
Yeah.
Bitches.
That's what you get. You need to keep your expectations low with Sony. At this point, we all know. Don't pre-order any game unless it's like a sequel that we might know. But don't pre-order games. Just wait. Save your money.
If I had the option or the opportunity to pre-order Phasmophobia, I would do it immediately.
Well, right, but you know what Phasmophobia is.
Even if it's broken.
We know Phasmophobia. I'm saying like these games we don't know about, you know? Like the Ghostbusters, we don't know nothing about. It was going to be trash. Well, there we go.
But yeah, speaking of Ghostbusters, since I don't have it down as a topic, might as well. Like, what feedback have you been hearing? I don't really hear many people talking about it. You know, don't. Did anyone buy that game?
No one on my friends list apparently, because I have not seen one person playing it yet.
Yeah, I know. Dan
bought it.
Yeah. Like I asked him how it was. All he said was, "There's lots of kids in it," and like he didn't say if the game itself was good or not. But you know,
exactly what I don't want in a co-op.
Yeah, but listen, if we got it, obviously we'd just be playing with each other. I wouldn't play with random. So
yeah,
I'm not like that. I don't do that. Right, that's a Decepticon thing to be playing out there with kids by himself.
No, it's gonna have to go on a deep sale, like $20 tops.
Yeah,
like the few I have heard talking about it have said like it's not bad but repetitive. So, you know, if it's a co-op and it's repetitive,
as long as it's fun though, like every game's like repetitive technically. Well, so I mean, as long as the loop is like engaging enough to keep you hooked. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like it has super in-depth like unlockables and stuff. Like I don't really know. Yeah. Like your equipment always looks the same to me. Like all the gameplay footage I've seen, everyone just has your normal proton packs and your devices, but like I don't know what else there is other than.
I think you can upgrade them, but only like to make them more powerful or stuff like that. I don't think there's actually like I don't know, but there might not be more.
Probably mostly cosmetics and shit you're working towards in that game.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people bought it. Like, say maybe kids, but I don't see a lot of people streaming there. I don't, and
well, like I check the Reddit all the time, and nobody's really talking about it over there.
Well, and I don't know. I mean, a lot of the people that do their YouTube stuff, they're not playing it. I don't know if it's because they didn't got codes and they're salty about it, or they just don't want to play the game because it sucks. I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't see them playing that much.
But you said like a lot of games are repetitive. Like technically, Firewall Ultra is repetitive. You're doing the same thing every time, but because you're up against a different team every time, it can play out a bunch of different ways, and equipment and all that kind of stuff can change it a lot. But with this one, it's like you're just the four of you up against AIs, and I think that can get a lot more repetitive quicker than like a PvP situation.
Yeah, like I think I would have been way more interested. I think I already said this last week, but like I like the like a darker vibe, like the darker tone to it. But I think that would have kept me more into it. But the ghosts all look kind of like, I don't know, they look almost like aliens more than ghosts. Like to me, like they're all like balls with eyeballs, and like they don't look like ghosts. They look like like monsters, or like aliens or monsters, not ghosts.
All right, understandable. Decepticon and LSB have arrived. How you doing, gentlemen? We won't be reading Decepticon's comment out loud. It's full of lies and misinformation. GB looks pretty basic to me, says Fozzie Bear, which is Ghostbusters. And Donnie says, without a review, most may not want to invest in an unknown. But surely the reviews are out by now. Have Without Parole not reviewed this yet? Maybe they haven't. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
What's this other guy's name? Miles or whatever. I think he played it for like an hour or so. But
so are they going to do a review, I wonder? Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. I don't know.
I saw them. I was watching the gameplay on the PlayStation Access crew was playing it, and after watching them play it, that did not interest me very much, honestly.
I see.
I don't know. Maybe there's more to it, but
they were laughing, having a good time.
Yeah, they were having fun. Yeah, I mean,
so you could probably dick around with friends.
They have to.
Yeah, but like you can tell when it's fake and when it's genuine, and some of the stuff's genuine enough, the laughter. But that doesn't mean
it wasn't
good. You can laugh.
It wasn't quite as bad as their Firewall Ultra playthrough when they were playing a long time ago. I don't know if you guys watched that.
I did, but I can't remember much of the details about it. What was bad?
They were just like so fucking bad. They didn't know what they were doing. Okay. They didn't know what they were doing. They were having fun, but I mean, it wasn't a good representation of the gameplay for sure. Watching them play it,
I think one of them threw a bomb in the toilet or a smoke grenade in the toilet or something. I can't remember.
Well, is it Do you think it's because these people don't really play VR games as much, so it's just
Yeah.
everything is kind of fun and stuff? But
They were just doing the exfil. Like they weren't even doing like the
But also, like
multiplayer.
they're Sony. Like that channel is Sony owned, and Firewall is obviously first party, so they were never going to say anything bad about it. And probably Ghostbusters is Sony owned as well, so they were not going to say anything bad about that either.
Yeah, exactly.
right, so that's why probably they hire people that don't really, that just
Well, yeah,
shit
but,
around
obviously
for
they're not
fun
going to
and
shit on it
silly
or
and
whatever. But
not shit on it, but you know what I mean. There was gonna be like all bubbly and shit about
yeah. Dan is the only one playing as a Decepticon, which is fun. Like you'd think Ghostbusters
Out of
would
all
be
of us.
like a big enough name that it would. I suppose we'll find out on the sales charts when that comes out for October. It'll be interesting to see how it ranked, even though it came out late. But
yeah,
still.
GT I think made a good point. I think I was watching his video, and I think it was him that said that this game felt, because I think he played it a little bit. He said that the game felt like more for kids, and he says he doesn't understand that because Ghostbusters, right? When it's more people that are adults they were really into Ghostbusters when they were kids, and even kids right now, if he said that if you show them the movie, they don't really get into it as much. They don't really give a fuck. So I'm surprised that they, like he said, they cater toward the kids when they don't give a fuck about Ghostbusters in general. They should cater more to the adults for their nostalgia type of stuff, like Mustang, a little bit darker, a little bit, you know what I mean? And that would have sold a shitload of copies, I think. So I just remember that GT said, and I think he made a good point there.
Decepticon made a good point there as well, which I was about to say. He said they blew it not making it the real Ghostbusters. They should have had like Egon and fucking Bill Murray and two other lads, Ernie.
Well, the real Ghostbusters weren't those guys.
What do you mean?
They were the girls, the movie. What?
No, the real Ghostbusters. The real Ghostbusters
doesn't recognize the original. He only recognizes
the real Ghostbusters was the cartoon. I don't think it was voiced by all the original.
Did the movie not come before the cartoon?
Yeah, the original movies came out, and then they brought the cartoon out, the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
I thought that's what he was talking about. So I thought he meant when he said real Ghostbusters. I thought he meant original actors.
No, the real Ghostbusters. I think he was talking about the cartoon.
That's what the cartoon is called. The real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, the real Ghostbusters was the cartoon.
Name. What a stupid name.
Which I think if they were going to go like a cartoony, kid-friendly style, that would have been a better idea, because that even would have brought in more of the adults that remember that old cartoon.
Did
more
they
fondly
have another Ghostbuster cartoon where it was like more edgier or something like that? I remember seeing that. Where it was like a goth girl was in it.
Maybe, I don't remember.
I think I saw them when I was like young enough, 10, 11, 12, something like that.
I don't remember any other Ghostbuster show.
Decepticon says there was an old Ghostbusters with a gorilla.
What?
Don't remember that either.
Like a ghost gorilla?
Yeah, never. I like Ghostbusters, but not. I like Ninja Turtles more. Back in the day.
Ninja Turtles was good too.
Good times. Donnie says my interest for Ghostbusters lowered when GT voiced his thoughts. The boss battles were too long compared to general play, and upgrades were minimal, which made it repetitive. So there's nothing to work towards. And you get
that's one thing that I saw in the PlayStation Access. They fought a boss, and the only difference about the boss than the other ghosts was you had to like break their shields down before you could trap them. That's the only, and their shields were just like varying difficulty, how much shields they have. So once you broke the shields, then you just like still brought them over the trap and caught them just like any other ghost. It's just extended because of the shields. That's it. So nothing interesting or new about the boss fights, just longer because of the shields, basically.
Yeah, the video I watched, they're saying one of those boss fights I think they're saying that it was just, they were like glad it was over, but because it was fucking tedious. It didn't feel like fun. It was just like, oh fuck, it's just, I'm glad it's fucking done. This is annoying as shit. So that's not good.
So avoid that. Wait for sale, it seems.
Sorry, Dan.
Says it was before Ghostbusters. So you're saying the cartoon was before the movie?
No, it wasn't. It was not. It wasn't.
Rogue is the top of the morning to you, Rogue. Give us your lighter. You can't. And
what did you say?
I asked him to hand me his lighter.
Oh, okay.
Give us your lighter. You can't. That's the polite way to do this in Australia. All right? I'm making them feel at home. Anyway, let me bust out my list of topics because I forgot to do that. And
the version with the gorilla was before. I don't even know what he's talking about. The version with the gorilla.
He's just smoking them crack rocks. He's smoking them crack rocks. He's hallucinating.
It couldn't have been. It couldn't have been Ghostbusters though, whatever this gorilla thing is, because Ghostbusters was actually made by like Dan Aykroyd and those guys. Like they wrote it and made the movie. So Ghostbusters didn't exist before the movies, unfortunately. So.
I'm not going to take a stand one way or the other. I'm going to take both of your sides and I'm going to sit in the fence, and then whoever's right, I'm going to back them up. Just because Decepticon is adamant, and he was probably alive. Well, you were alive during those times as well, Muzz. You're deceptively old.
I sure was.
So,
yes.
Yeah, Decepticon is all a shit. So
yeah, fucking couple of fossils over here battling over Ghostbusters lore. Anyway. I probably should have made this an official topic, seeing as we're getting a good bit of discussion out of Ghostbusters, but none of us have actually played it, so I don't feel comfortable too much shitting on us or whatever, or praising us for that matter. What I do want to praise and get excited for is a Gran Turismo 7 update that's going to be out mere hours from now. It's going to be out in 5 hours 15 minutes from right this moment, and it's going to be the biggest update Gran Turismo 7 has seen so far.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give you some details of what to expect. Got some bullet points here. It's update 1.4 and they're calling it the Spec 2 update. It adds a Canadian snow track. Muzz, you're going to feel at home here. You like the Canadian
Advantage
track.
Muzz.
Exactly, yeah. I think it's cool that there's going to be a snow track. I don't know if there's actually going to be snowing, like a snow weather, but
oh yeah, it looks cool. I don't know. Maybe that was a part
the
of
track itself is a snow track, and it is there kicking up snow out the back and stuff like that, so it looks cool.
It's gotta be snowing. It's gotta be snowing. It's gotta be.
I hope so, but they didn't show it in the trailer, so that makes me think maybe it won't be there. You know, but there's a
maybe you can turn it off and on.
Maybe
you can turn it off and on, like the rain. Instead of rain, it will be like snow or no snow kind of thing.
Precipitation.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking. That looks sick. All the maps.
But yeah, they've got like a nighttime variant as well. So if you do it at night, it has like these kind of neon lights. So it kind of illuminates the snow really nice.
It would look cool if you could play at night and make it snow, because then you have the the effect of like the snowflake coming at you.
Yeah, man, fucking. Do you ever play Drive Club, like the original Drive Club, not the VR version? With that game's graphics were like ahead of anything even today. Like the snow, when it snowed at nighttime and your headlights were illuminating every flake of snow and stuff, that shit was sick.
I only played Drive Club in VR.
Okay. I don't think there was snow in that. I don't think there was any weather in that one. Anyway, they've also added 4-player split screen, but that's if you play it flat. So if you're interested in playing it flat and you've got like 3 other people who want to play with you, you can all play together now. They're adding that Sophie AI shit, which is like super advanced. You know, it's going to feel like you're playing against real people. So
is that going to be like limited time again? Because the first one didn't stick around.
So I think the first one was like the beta. So now it's done. Okay. So it's coming out in this test.
And it's going to be like it's going to be out for good?
It's out for good, yeah. This is it. It's here to stay. Unless obviously it's broken or whatever and they need to take it away again, but I think everyone was really impressed with it. And
yeah, they're hard to race against. Like I think I won twice. Like I was racing them over and over trying to get like a win. Man, they're aggressive.
They're badass. 7 new cars are coming, and you can see them there in the trailer. Like a lot of muscle cars and electric cars as well. Like
one electric car, right?
Well, maybe it's only one, but I was just reading from the notes. It said from muscle cars to electric vehicles. So they said vehicles, but I don't know. So they're adding 50 new challenges, and there's going to be daily challenges. So that's a new thing they add. I hope that'll be like a new way to earn a ticket or something if you complete these daily challenges. Maybe you get a nice 3-star ticket that will give you a sweet $5,000 if you're lucky.
Yeah, fucking.
That's what I want on my ticket. I got today. I got the 5,000.
Congratulations, Muzz.
I always get the lowest out of all the options. Every single time, it's like, what's the fucking point?
Fucking rigged. It's fucking rigged.
With that 5,000, I can afford to put gas in all my vehicles to keep racing them. Yay! Yeah.
I told Muzz this already, but you weren't here. I won on my 4-star ticket today an invitation to buy a Lamborghini. That
can't afford it though.
I can't afford it. No. The invitation expires in a month.
Well, you got time. How much is it? 2 million?
I don't know what it was, like 1.6 million or something. New intro. They're adding a new intro, so not really going to set the world on fire, but there you go. And they're adding a thing called paddocks. which is like a menu where you can all meet up together and like show off your cars to each other and just chat, but like text chat. I don't know if you're going to be using that. And it's all for free.
Yeah, that's the part that I was interested in. Like, are you going to be able to like walk around your friends' cars and stuff?
Like I went on their website and they showed a screenshot of it, and it looked like it was just a menu. It looks like you're just all lined up in parking spaces and like different cars. As you're speaking, the text box appears above that car, and like emojis and stuff are appearing above the cars. And
would there be a VR?
Cars, but I don't know.
Would there be a VR version to it?
I don't know.
Maybe
That'd
that's
be cool if it was, but
yeah, like if you had like a virtual garage where everyone's cars are lined up and you can just walk around and like see everybody's cars, that would be dope.
And their sick ass Petrifying Pumpkins custom paint jobs. That'd be sick.
See everyone's cool custom liveries.
So yeah, is this the best PSVR2 game?
It's up there.
Yes.
It's hard to beat.
Yes.
With how much with just like being a full AAA racing game.
It has everything. It has everything that about a racing game. Everything that you can expect. Dude.
I think the only thing that, in my opinion, the only thing missing is like kind of a social hub area, which I got really excited when I saw that posting about the update that's going to have that thing. But now if it's just like a screen that just has the pictures of the cars, that won't be
it's not the
quite
picture,
as
the
exciting.
cars are modeled on the screen. So like that was just a screenshot. So maybe you can actually go around and look at the cars and move the camera
VR.
around or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But we'll find out in a few hours.
I think by far, dude. Yep. By far, it's just the best game, dude.
Resident Evil 8 though is up high on
it's
that
good,
list
but Resident Evil 8, I feel like I haven't played it, but even if it's good, it's kind of like a one-time thing. This one, I think you can get a lot more out of it, and if you end up getting the steering wheel and shit like that, the immersion can be a lot more. It's just, and they keep adding all this content, and dude, for me, by far, it's just fucking amazing.
Yeah, all free updates is really nice.
I just wish
that neither of you guys have a wheel, right? I don't think either of you guys.
I do have a wheel, yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I'm wheelless.
You gotta get a wheel. It's worth it.
G29, I think it's called.
A G29.
Find one on sale. I'm sure someone can.
They're on sale pretty often. They go on sale in Best Buy. I don't know what the fuck you got in Ireland, but they go on sale pretty often. You can save $50. But it's cool if you end up getting the stick shift as well. I got the stick shift. It adds a lot to it. But some cars you can't even use them, so it fucking sucks.
Interesting. So like if the car is not automatically, it'll just like lock it out and you won't be able to use it.
Well, I think you can, because it has the little triggers on the back, like the racing cars. So you can, I think, shift up and down like that. But yeah, some of them you try to go, and some of them, like I have that steering wheel has a clutch as well. And for some cars, the clutch just doesn't do anything, because I like to use the clutch in some of the turns, right, to go like in second, even though I fucking suck. I'm not saying this, guys, I suck, but I like to use the manual a lot and use the stick shift and the clutch a lot when I'm like, turning and shit.
I just got the wheel with the paddle shift on the wheel. I don't have the clutch or the stick. I got an older wheel, but it's pretty, like, it still holds up. I have the T150, which, I mean, it was made
Master, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it has good force feedback. Yeah. It was made like back in PlayStation 4, but it still like runs just fine. Like, I'm happy with it.
All right.
Well, apparently they have two versions of this one that I have. They have a more expensive version. Apparently it's not worth it. So if anybody's looking to buy it, do some research. The more expensive version, people say it's not worth like the extra $100. Just get the cheaper one, especially because it'll go on sale more often.
Donnie is asking, can it be applied to every course? I'm assuming he means the snow, and I'm going to say no.
I don't think so.
I highly doubt it. There's some courses that you can't even put rain on. That's like they're set to specific places.
Yeah, because it's specifically like in Canada, right? So like, that's why there's snow.
What part of Canada? Does it say the city, or doesn't say what part of Canada is the map? It's just Canada.
I don't think it says
specific location. It's Louise.
Lake Louise.
Where's that? Maybe that's the name of the track. Like Louise is in the name of the track. I can't remember what it is. It's in the fucking trailer, though, I think.
I'm not sure where that is.
But I don't know if it's based on a real place or if it's like a fantasy location.
It's probably a real track.
Place, dude. Yeah. Anyways,
Rogue says Filmation actually owned the rights to the name Ghostbusters from 1975, and Columbia Pictures had to obtain the rights for the Ghostbuster movie. So Ghostbusters was around for a long time before the movies.
Okay.
There you go. And I always sided with Decepticon. I always said, listen, Muzz, you're talking absolute shit. Decepticon knows what he's talking about. You've got no clue. Decepticon says there was a Ghostbusters cartoon with Gorilla as well. He's obsessed with this gorilla.
He likes the gorilla.
Yeah. Is the gorilla part of the team? Or was? Actually, it was just called Ghostbusters.
A gorilla. It vaguely rings a bell. Seeing like a cartoon gorilla.
Was it a white gorilla?
No, I think it was like a dark gray gorilla, if I'm not mistaken.
Important says this is by far the best game, but keep in mind, Important's a little bitch who refuses to play any horror games.
so he's right.
And Important says this is why we need GTA. Like, yeah, Moses says this every time we're playing Gran Turismo as well, but it's like this. You really wanted Grand Theft Auto when you're playing Gran Turismo 7. Like, just the possibilities there will be fucking unreal.
Yep.
Are we ever going to get it though? Important says PP needs a wheel to set the PP in multiplayer. The PowerPoints. I don't need a wheel for that. I'm setting the PP points just fine by myself. Danny says, as a whole, GT7 is the best investment for VR and PS5. It's probably the easiest way to get someone into it as well. Mm-hmm. You know, who doesn't? Like, people don't enjoy horrors, like Important, but everyone likes to race a car, you know? Especially
even if you don't like it on flat screen, you'll like it in VR, because I don't really enjoy racing games on a flat screen. Like, I hardly ever play them.
Same.
Not really interested, but
like,
this is actually the first racing game I've ever really played extensively.
Well, the power of VR.
Drive Club I played a little bit, but even that, not near as good, obviously. Back then it was all right.
The wheels are so good it will tickle your PPs is Important. Isn't that the Drive Force? It's the only game I've played in close to 2 months. Jesus. War Room is here. How you doing, War Room? He says G92 is a beast of a wheel. He says whirl. Plus. And G Hall. How you doing, G Hall? Says only certain class cars use the clutch and gear stick. You can find the list online. There you go. Educate yourself, Jackpot. Educate yourself.
I do need to. I need to play this game a lot more, I'm telling you.
Decepticon says Muzz playing on that Skynet steering wheel, the early Terminator.
That's the T100, not T150.
It all started at a steering wheel, says Decepticon.
No, it all started with the wheel combined with the Sophie AI. That's gonna take us over. It's gonna take over.
We can't let them download the updates.
You know,
Don't let
I'm
them
eventually. You're gonna race them. They're gonna get really pissed off at you, and they're just gonna like corrupt your PlayStation 5. They're gonna like go and delete your files and stuff.
Decepticon's gonna be showing up at your house with his hair like Linda Hamilton. And he's gonna be wearing the vest and the aviators. I gotta kill you, Muzz. I'm sorry. LSB says Jackpot was still a sperm in 1975. I doubt he was even a sperm. He probably wasn't even produced by his father's reproductive organs at that stage.
Damn, LSB. Is he that old?
I don't know. No, he can't be, can he? Someone from the 70s is in here? Actually, Dan will be from the 70s, wouldn't he?
Damn, I'm technically from the 70s.
What? No, you're not.
No shit.
I was born 1979. Yeah.
Damn.
70s.
No way.
Yeah.
Well,
What the fuck do you eat in Canada? Because you look a lot younger than that.
Yeah,
maple syrup, obviously.
Maple syrup. I'm gonna buy me a bunch.
Got the magic maple syrup.
Holy shit.
Donnie's from the 70s as well. Jesus, lads. Dan is from the Civil War era.
He remembers those muskets that you put one shot in, and you have to push the bullet down.
He fought for George Washington.
That's why he plays Firewall so much. He loves these automatics. He remembers the days of like the single.
Back in my day, you had to stuff gunpowder down the fucking barrel.
Yeah, one shot and that's it.
Rogue says, "Damn, I'm a year older than Muzz." Another 7, and Movemaster Make is from 71. Jesus, is there any young people here?
Even Don.
You got old crowd. No one.
Yeah,
That's good.
Pervy old men hanging around here. Must be. Dan survived polios is important. The influenza outbreak as well. It's two pandemics he's been through. And COVID came along and said, "God, not this shit again." Anyway, so that's
Black Death. Black Death is back.
He remembers when the rats came over. The black lice, the lice on the rats spreading the Black Death. Dan helped carry rocks up the pyramids as Decepticon.
Jeez, going back further and further.
The aliens did that. We got to ask him about how the pyramids were built. Importance of Firewall 0 Hour is a middle-aged demographic. Actually, yeah, it did seem to be that way constantly. And Roy Schwartz, Roy, I'm not even going to ask what decade you're from. I'm not even going to do it. I think we're done talking about Gran Turismo 7, but I'm looking forward to checking out that new update. It's just the snow track. I'm going to check that out tomorrow before I go to work.
When does the update? Is the update at like midnight or is it tomorrow morning?
So it's 11 p.m. Pacific time, and then work out your time from there.
Okay, so it is tonight then, so I can actually maybe try.
But it'll be like technically in the AM, so technically tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you Pacific time, Jackboss? Or what are you, Mountain time or some fucking?
I think a mountain or central, some shit like that.
Midnight or something for you. I don't know.
Do they have a list of the prices for the vehicles?
No, not on that website anyway. Why, is there anything that's caught your eye?
The fuck, all of them, but that Porsche, dude.
The Porsche looks cool.
Isn't there like a bunch of Porsches in there already that look very similar to that one? No.
Yeah. How do you have a?
They're all the 911s.
But this one I think is the newest one.
All right.
It is. Yeah, it's a newer, little fancier looking.
I guess.
Yep.
Got some more cool.
Yes, right.
Cool dashboard.
Yeah, vote for it tomorrow if we play. Everybody vote for Gran Turismo.
We haven't played Firewall Ultra in a while. I'm getting an itch to play that again. Oh, and we'll talk about why soon when we get to that topic. What did Dan say? Oh, Dan is here. He said, "We didn't carry them. I will take the secret to my grave."
You'll never let anyone know.
He met aliens, wasn't it? We're only 4 hours ahead for 1 week only, boys. I know. Well, for the East Coast anyway. Important says I'm getting the Tesla and turning on autopilot. Man, that'd be handy. A handy way to win some races. Okay.
If you hit the start button, it autopilots. I don't know if you noticed that.
You know, because you know all about them cheats. Speaking of feeling cheated, Madison VR has been officially delayed out of 2023 and into 2024. This one, actually, I was exaggerating when I said I feel cheated by this. This doesn't really bother me too much. I think it's going to be a good game, but it's not like the Phasmophobia disappointment. You know, it's like, fine, you can delay this, make sure it's the best it can be. But yeah, just because last week we were like, where the hell is Madison? You know, wasn't it supposed to come out on Halloween? And then we got that leak from GameStop where they were like, oh, it's coming 5th of December. And then a few days afterwards, Perp Games are like, actually, we got to delay it until 2024.
February 2024.
Did they say February?
No, that's just what I'm
guessing. That's what you were saying. Everything is February 20. February's going to be an unbelievable month, according to Jackpot.
Yes.
It's the new October. February 2024 is the new October 2024.
Everything's just switching to there. Oh, it better release without any bugs or glitches. I mean, hopefully that's what it's for.
Another price?
No, but the leaked, we talked about it last week.
$30.
It was like a leaked cursed edition from GameStop, and they were saying like 50, but that was a cursed edition, so I assume maybe that's like extra stuff.
40, probably $40.
I don't know. I don't want to say one way or the other because I don't know. All I know is that the bad guy in it is called Blue Knees, which I think is funny because how would your knees get blue from bruises, and what would you be doing to have bruised knees? You know,
you would know.
Yeah,
well, you would know.
I'm just saying. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing the origin of Blue Knees in VR.
Yeah, I'm excited for this game. It looks really good quality. Looks everything. Then it's fine. Get delayed. Hopefully not too much longer. But I don't want to. You know me. I don't like spoilers. But I'm curious about the whole camera and just how long the actual game is, and it's a lot of puzzles and all kinds of shit.
I think it is just the game that's already out, but being ported to VR.
Oh, is it the exact same game?
I think so. I'm not 100% because I haven't played this, but that's what I understand. But if someone wants to correct me on that, maybe they did build a game just for the VR mode, but I think it's just the same.
Well, if it's the same game, according to just the internet, around 6 to 8 hours, maybe.
Okay.
That's
Should be good.
typical horror game length. I mean, usually they don't go
But keep
much
in
past
mind,
10 hours.
Keep in mind, it's the scariest game scientifically ever made. So that would
According
feel
to
like
who?
a long 8
They-
hours.
Did they call it that when it was just a flat screen version, or are they calling
When
it
it was
that
flat
because
screen.
it's the
When
VR?
it was flat screen.
Oh, then it's going to be like 3 times
Exactly.
scarier in VR then.
So yeah, you can add.
People
some-
are going to die. People will die.
I hope so. I hope Jackpot dies.
Heart attacks will happen. Dan, be careful on this one. Don't-
He survived.
Don't
He
overexert.
survived the Dark Ages. He'll survive this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't want him to go out with Madison scaring him too much.
Lots of people say this is the scariest game. There you go. But like, literally in the Guinness Book of Records, it's the scariest game. Just because they did this test. I keep talking about this. You're probably sick of hearing it, but you know.
Yes,
Did some
yes, we are.
tests. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay. It's the scariest game I've made. Move Master Mick says Resident Evil 7 made me shit my pants way too many times. Lol.
Yep.
There you go. In a good way though. It's good to be scared sometimes. Get the blood pumping. Is this like a day one for you? Like how big are you into horror?
Madison, I think I'll get on day one.
Yeah.
Yep. They won.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, probably. Fuck.
Would you say horror is one of your favorite genres, Muzz? Or
I don't play all of them, but I do really like them, the ones that I play. So yeah, it's up there.
like even like outside of VR, like before VR, would you have been playing horror games, or would you have been, you know,
No.
on them Final Fantasies or whatever it is you were playing back in the day?
I do like
Rainbow
Final
Six.
Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII Remake too. I'll be all over that next year, early next year. But no, I like a handful of like Dead Space. I really like the Dead Space series, Dead Space
really
1
good.
and 2. Those are grade A games.
Agreed.
Some of the Resident Evils like hit or miss for me, but yeah, just VR horror is just totally different. So it's a different story altogether.
What about you, Jack? But I know you like obviously Phasmophobia, Devour, and stuff on VR, but like in general, would you say you like horror?
I do. I don't play them, but I do like them.
What do you
I'm
mean?
gonna have a bunch. Well, I play Resident Evil 7 about an hour and a half, 2 hours,
Yeah,
and
but this is,
then
how long ago was this? You've been talking about
like
this for ages.
5 years. I know,
You'd never get
like 5
never gonna
years,
be-
and then
When you
then
were
the
playing-
year after for Halloween, I was like, I'm gonna do it again, second part, and I did, and then okay, the year after, and then I just gave up. But I have the PC VR version with the Move controllers or whatever, so I'm probably gonna try that eventually. And then Decepticon told me there's another game, like fucking $3 game that is scary puzzles, but I do like them. I think they work really good for VR. But in general, if I have to pick one, even non-VR, I would say just, you know, multiplayer first-person shooters is what I usually will like out of it.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I like the competitive multiplayer games are
Yeah.
what I mainly play now.
All
I'll
right.
say now because like the past like several years I've been falling off of like more just basic single player campaign games.
Yeah. It's hard
Yeah.
to-
I used to play a lot of sports games back in the day. I used to buy like every FIFA and what was it, Pro Evolution Soccer, where the fuck? But I stopped buying it like 7 years ago, and I just get UFC is the only sport game that I actually play kind of often. But yeah, it's just like Muzz says, you kind of change, I guess, right, between one thing to the other, depending.
Well, eventually games just start kind of blending together, like different stories, like kind of copy paste on the different games. Same kind of mechanics, but just different looks. But yeah,
Oh, talking about horror games, Alien Isolation.
I
Is it?
haven't played that
Yeah.
one. But
I've never played it. This is good, and I have they said in VR it's very, very scary. So I don't know if they will ever come to PSVR 2, but I hope it
No,
does because it's
you
just a
never
mod
will.
right now.
That shit's like old now at this stage. That was like an early PS4
Oh.
game, wasn't it?
it was.
So?
I mean, it would still look pretty nice in
Oh,
VR.
it looked
even
nice,
if
but I
they
just
could
feel
bring
like
it-
the studio behind it wouldn't. Well, maybe some other studio would come along, whoever owns the rights. I don't know who made it or whatever. So
I don't
There's
know.
a bit
that.
of hope.
It seems like the time is like past for that to
Maybe.
from the
But then again,
PlayStation.
you got,
Maybe
like-
if they make a second one.
We got like Bulletstorm coming to VR like next month,
Well,
which
yeah.
is completely out of the blue. So maybe something
Yeah.
like that could happen.
Yeah.
True. One thing I can say about horror games though is like the ones I played, even Dead Space, like I've never, like I'm technically like not really easy to scare, even like movies and stuff or like any games. Like I don't react to jump scares at all. Like I just
The maple syrup
I
is
don't-
all gone.
yeah.
No,
But
I thought
I've
was
always
gonna do
been
it,
like
so
that.
I thought I was gonna do it. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant that for some reason is why I'm not scared. Never mind. I
No,
didn't,
I'm just
catch
trying to
what
jump
you're
scare
saying.
you. Sorry, Buzz. I'm sorry.
But yeah, like the VR horror games are the only times that I actually like have any kind of like anxious feelings outside of like the flat screen horror games. So
Yeah.
What
it's
about
it's
PT?
refreshing.
Did you play PT when it came out first, and did that give you any spooks?
No,
No.
No.
no,
Didn't do
like I
anything.
find them interesting, and the closest I could say is like when I played like the Dead Space games, like I can feel like intense, like they might be intense but not scary, and it's mainly intense just because of like the scarcity of ammo and like making sure you have to like hit your shots and stuff. So it's not really scary, more just like
Right.
the intensity might be there. But
How about that Paranormal Activity Must? Did you play it on the PSVR 1? Did you find
No.
that one scary? You didn't play it?
no,
How about The
that was
Exorcist?
it.
Did you play The Exorcist?
yes, I think. I
Did you
yeah.
find some of those scary or no? You got scared jump scare a little bit or no?
Not really. No, the
Even
jump
episode
scares don't.
3?
Mm,
I'm horrible at scary games. I very
The
reactive.
mannequins in the attic
Fortunately,
with the fucking baby up there. Come on,
the baby, the mannequin.
yeah, there's some scenes that were a little.
that one really got me because I don't know if it's just because I happened to look at the right like the right place at the right time.
I think it's
'Cause
on
I was just
purpose.
looking-
Because I felt the same thing. I was like, wait, did it just perfectly? No, I think it happens.
So it must be like rigged that way or set up that way. But it's like just when you're looking at that mannequin, it just moves slightly, and then you're like, oh Jesus, and then it just sprints
Yeah.
away or something. I can't remember what happened, but anyway, just fucking.
It's
I
pretty
got like
eerie.
a cold shiver at that one, which I've never experienced in a game before.
I think that's what Final Fantasy. I said Final Fantasy. Resident Evil 7. When I play Resident Evil 7, that got me because it's something about when you're getting chased in VR, like when Jack's like hunting you,
Yeah,
like getting chased or hunted in like a flat screen horror game, like I couldn't give a shit. But like when you're getting chased in VR, and like a guy's like hunting you with like an axe or something, and then you're like, yeah, when you turn like your head and see him like behind you, then that's
it just
That's
feels
a
like
lot
someone's
different.
really there.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why they say that Alien Isolation is scary because it's more like that. It's just the shit following you, and you have to like run away from it for the most part.
You
You
have to
can't really
hide.
fight it.
yeah.
But I don't know. I want to play it eventually. I have it. I've had it for like 4 years already
This
now.
fucking guy. This fucking-
Um,
You never play it. You're a bitch. Just admit it.
Shut up. I'll play it soon. After Dreams. After I'm done with Dreams this week, I'll be done.
Outlast was effing nuts, says G Hall. I really like the original Outlast. I never played the second one though. I do like it was a PS Plus game and I downloaded it, but I never actually played it.
That's another one that would be great in VR.
Yes,
Like, I think Outlast.
100%. Damn, the fucking camera mechanic in VR.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yep.
Racing games are my go-to for sure, says McMaster Mick. Well, you're eating good with Gran Turismo 7. I don't think we'll never get another racer that'll beat Gran Turismo 7 on PSVR 2. I don't think.
No.
I think we just got like a day one fucking struck oil day one for racers. Decepticon says I recently played Isolation in VR and it's real solid. Mixes Isolation meta to the Switch, so they can put it on the Switch. They can put it on. It's probably not a question of can they do it. It's just is it worth their money to do it. Fozzie Bear says I wish they would have remade Doom 3. Decepticon says Stone. Boo, I don't understand what's happening there. Isn't Servios making an Alien game? They are. Servios is making an Alien game, and I think it is a VR game as well. But is it like hybrid with Flat 2 or something? There's something about, I can't remember much details about it. Decepticon says, I wish we recorded the very first time me and Jackpot played Phasmophobia. Can you remember that, Phasmo? Or Phasmo. Can you remember that, Jackpot?
No, probably very
Phasmo,
scary.
as he's called on the streets.
I don't know if it's.
Little
I don't
Phasmo.
know. I just
That
remember there was one time right at the beginning that we were in one of the rooms, me and Decepticon, LSV was there somewhere, and on top of the bed, this fucking thing appeared, and the light bulb exploded, and it was just fucking scary as shit. That was one of the most scariest moments in VR that I've ever had. Like my legs, like as soon as I saw my legs, a little bit got like, ah, fuck. And then we just dipped. Yeah, that was the scariest.
Oh, wait, he's telling us. He's telling us what happened. He said he was screaming, "I can't play this! I can't play this!" You were screaming, Jack. What are you saying?
Probably, I don't.
He was on
remember.
the
Damn.
floor in the fetal position. No, I can't do it.
Damn, I
Unless he
wish I
wasn't
was there.
photos, yeah.
Move Master Mix says, "Play Dreadhalls, Moz. Have you played Dreadhalls?"
No.
No, yeah, that's the one that has like the really kind of older looking graphics though,
I
right?
think it was like
That's
a phone. I was on like the Galaxy, or that Galaxy VR thing. It wasn't
Yeah.
proper VR, but then they met. It's actually solid though, even though it's
Yeah, it looks like
heavy.
it is cool, but older style, like older, like cheaper graphics, I
Yeah,
guess you
but
could
it'll
say.
scare
But
you. It's got the atmosphere. It's like every
Yeah.
time you die, it's like it changes the layouts completely of the maze that you're in. So, like it's a different thing every time.
yeah, I think it's pretty cheap now. I should pick that one up and give it a try.
War Room says
I'll take
Alien
that one there.
Isolation has some of the best AI.
Yeah, some of the Alien. I think the Alien game that just came out for free for the PS Plus, not that great, huh? Flat one.
Fire Team, I think. I think it's like supposed to be okay, but I don't think it ever took off.
I think if
Yeah.
they do the fucking the other one, the newest one that just came out flat, that it's like up and down view. If they do that in VR, that kind of could be cool too. I don't know if you
Up and
guys
down
play
view?
that game.
Like a top down, like
top
this
down view. It's
strategy.
Okay.
Alien. Fuck, but it's not like turn based. You just move, right? But you select where the guys go, and you have different fucking
Okay.
aliens coming at you, and different things. But I think in VR, something like that different
I
could
didn't know
work.
that
But
game was-
it's good. It's really fucking good, dude. I forgot what it's fucking called. And I have
You
it.
mean like XCOM? It's like an XCOM style?
More like
Stylish.
a command and conquer style, like top down isometric, kind of like controlling your squad, like basically moving them around and attacking.
Yeah, moving them around, but it's not turn based. It's not like you go first and then like XCOM are like you go, then it's their turn and you gotta be strategic like that. There's strategy involved, but it's just different. I'll show you a link. It's called Aliens Dark Descent. That's
Never
what
heard
it's
of it.
called.
Never heard of it.
It's really good.
It was probably in a state of play or something that we watched it a long time ago and was annoyed by it because it wasn't a VR game. Aliens Dark Descent is decent, says War Room. Decepticon
Yep.
says you got an ice rink brain. Or maybe he's talking to Donnie, I don't know. But yeah, that's everything to say about Madison. It's one, like, I'm looking forward to it, so it's nice to have another game I'm looking forward to in 2024.
Yep.
Is Phasmophobia, seeing as we're talking about Phasmophobia, is there any chance it's coming 2023? Anytime they tweet anything, what I'm happy to see is everyone in the replies is like console release. Obviously not the VR. They're not asking about VR, PSVR2, mostly like Xbox and PS5 players.
Right.
But if they get it, we get it. So I like that they're putting the pressure on them, you know. But are we getting it 2023? Could it come this month? Could it come in November? December? February? I didn't even say January yet. Move Master Mick, and he's become a member for 4 months. I don't really understand that thing. Did you click on a thing to make your comment like get highlighted or whatever as a member? I don't know how you did that, Mick, or if it just happened that you renewed it while that comment pops up and then it highlights it automatically. I don't understand.
It's because he renewed it for 4 months and it gave him the option to make a comment.
Oh shit, okay. I didn't know this.
Yep.
Thank you, Mick. I appreciate it. He says, what VR Christmas presents are you buying for each other or you want to be given as a present? Oh, or what would you want to be given as a present on Christmas morning? Well, first of all, we won't be giving each other anything at all.
No.
I
No,
I don't
never.
want these
Fuck
people knowing my
no.
address. I
No,
don't
not
want
a
these
single
people
cent.
knowing my address.
He's already sucking me $5 a month with the membership.
Yeah,
You go and
boy.
spend more
Yeah,
money.
boy, bleeding them dry.
I need that second spot on the wheel because fucking Karen hates me. I need all the chance I can get. Oh,
Never gets chosen anymore.
But okay, what would you want on Christmas morning then? If we can answer that question.
Christmas
Well, that should be in
morning.
the fax machine. Put that in the fax machine. But still, it's here now, so we'll answer it now.
Go on for Christmas.
Can we say Resident Evil 4 update? The VR
Yeah.
update? Can we say that? Is that cheating?
That's an easy one.
We'd all
Yeah,
want that.
Resident Evil 4. It's gonna
Realistically,
be out before Christmas, right?
Oh, well, I don't know. Because the blog said 2023 or later this year, but then everything else is like this winter, which could be February. You know, so.
Oh, Resident Evil 4. We talked about this. Remember? It's Christmas. Get ready, Christmas.
Christmas
He
Day.
could be
coming.
right. He could be right. That's the annoying thing.
What do you mean? He could be just like Phasmo, just like contractors.
Well, why wouldn't they say 2023 then? If it's coming out in like 2 months, less than 2 months.
If it's not Resident Evil 4, then it would be Breachers. I want Breachers.
But you'll probably have that already. I mean, it's a confusing
We will
question.
have
Like, if
Breachers.
we're not having
Unless
anything
it gets
I
delayed.
mean, Phasmophobia, like, can I say that?
I'm assuming he just means like, what games do you want to play for Christmas, right?
I don't know. I don't know what he means. Ask your question again in a way that I can.
We
understand
don't
it.
understand. We don't
We got them
understand.
ice rink brains. As Decepticon
Whatever that
say.
even means.
Decepticon says, I think it'll be 2023. I think new update just needs to pass Q&A. But, like, those can take ages. That Q&A shit
Yeah,
can go on
Q&A's a
forever.
bitch.
G Hall says, I never ended up playing the Persistence on PSVR 1 before I packed it away. Hope it comes to PSVR 2. You think it would, because Sony owns that IP.
Yeah.
They own the studio that made it, so you think it would be a no-brainer, but Sony are bitches. Fozzie says, nothing besides blowies. Damn, Christmas morning blowies from each other. Nice. All members get one free super chat a month. Okay, I didn't know that, or did I? Did I know that? I can't remember.
Members what?
Because he renewed.
Second set of controllers, says Meg. That's a good one.
Ooh,
You can't.
that's a
It's
really good
impossible.
one.
It's possible to get
I
them.
want that.
Can't have them.
If we're wishing for things. Okay, no, I know what I want. I want to get a letter in the mailbox from First Contact Entertainment that says, Muzz, turn on your PlayStation 5 and turn on Firewall. There's something waiting for you. And I'll turn the console on, and I'll look, and I'll press the button, and my hand will connect to my gun,
No,
and it
you're
won't
missing a
come
step.
off my
You're missing
gun.
a step. You're missing a step. The pink present in the fucking lobby. It'll be there waiting
Oh
for you to
yeah,
unwrap it.
I can unwrap it, and then suddenly it just works.
Shoot the box.
Shoot the box.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then-
I want to.
and then
I
it'll
want
work.
that from us.
Christmas-
That's my wishes for
Christmas morning. Christmas morning.
Because I'm not selfish like the rest of you.
I can reload my gun, and my hand will go right back to it like it should.
It's a Christmas miracle. Next
Imagine.
topic. Arizona Sunshine 2 got some juicy gameplay. And by the way, Durbin Brown, did I miss your comment? I think you commented earlier on. I meant to say hello to you, but I forgot. But you made a super chat now anyway. He says he's not lying. One free super chat per membership. Well, there you go.
Ooh.
There it is. But it doesn't pop up on the screen like a super chat. Like it
I
doesn't
didn't
do the
know
alert
that.
thing.
I've been
Baby
wasting
cam.
all these months. I could have been doing something.
But it doesn't really do anything other than like
Makes it stand out
puts
more.
a green box around us in the chat.
Listen.
Next
something.
slide, please. And LSB lurking. Thank you, LSB, for lurking. Anyway, sorry. Arizona Sunshine 2 had a big, like the day after we were talking about it, they got a gameplay reveal on IGN. Well, have you watched it? The trailer? What you think?
Yes.
It's playing now?
It looks good.
Yeah, you like it?
A little bit.
I'm happy that it's fun. It
Just
confirms
enough.
that there's a co-op. Like at the very end, you see another guy standing there.
Do you think it's just one other person?
Yeah, I don't think it would be probably able to do 4-player co-op. If it was my guess, I think it's just a
Yeah, I don't
2-player
think so.
co-op.
Do you think both players get a dog?
No.
That's what I was asking all the chat rooms because
Okay.
yeah, I don't think so.
That's
I
what
think
it is.
when you play co-op, neither people have dogs. I think the dog gets removed and it's like a player with you.
That makes sense. That makes sense. And Nick says play as the dog in VR. That would be a cool idea.
Cool.
Good Dog, Bad Dog sequel that we all wanted. So the release date is the 7th of December, which we already knew because it got leaked. I can't remember how it got leaked, but we knew that already. 2 editions. The standard edition is $50, and there's a deluxe for $60, which will give you extra skins. They revealed a bit about the story. Is that the whole thing is that you're trying to find patient zero just for revenge, you know, not for trying to find a cure or anything. The show on the gameplay, you can actually like stuff a grenade in a zombie's mouth and it'll get stuck there and he'll blow up. The dog gets hurt. I don't know if this is just, that must be part of the story that he gets hurt, and then it's like a cutscene of it.
It got me worried for a second when I saw that scene. I was like, man, if the dog can always get hurt and you have to like go and like heal it, but I think it's probably just like a scripted part in the story that has to happen, and then the dog's okay after like heals or something.
It could be interesting if it's like
it better not die. If it dies,
what if there's like two endings, one where he lives and one where he dies, or like if you're not taking good enough care of him or whatever, that could be good.
I won't be able to play.
I won't be able to play. I'll have to leave the dog like
just keep it alive.
I'll leave. No, I won't take it with me. If the dog can get hurt, then I'm just gonna just go by myself.
Uninstall the game.
Dog. No, the dog will just stay in my my base. It'll just be staying there.
They should have some weapons we'll be using, so flamethrowers, and there's a bunch of melee weapons and some silly stuff as well, like you're pushing a trolley, and the dog is wearing like a Mexican sombrero, and they're playing Mexican music. So it's like it's still got that. There it is, there in the trailer. It's still got like that wacky shit going on. Now, like it's not a serious game. You know,
except for when the dogs hurt, then it's like suddenly very, very dark. Well, not dark, but grim.
Like it reminds me of that time in Zombieland where Woody Harrelson is talking about his dead son. Like that's the one part that's like serious and sad.
Yeah.
But there you go. Jackpot says Decepticon equals poop. Donnie giggling plays the dog. Oh, I read that already. And he blew it. So Decepticon, but I don't know why he's talking about. What do you mean he blew it? I don't know what he's on about. Trev is here.
So $50, is that the norm that we're gonna see for PSVR2 games now?
No, I wouldn't say it's the norm for PSVR2 games. I just think this is probably like a higher,
as long as they're higher budget,
like higher budget stuff, like Ghostbusters, $50, right?
Yeah.
But I think this one, this game definitely warrants that price more than Ghostbusters in my opinion.
I'll buy this day one probably. Yeah.
It looks good, but the co-op as well. You know, it's going to be.
I hope it's not too short.
Crossplay co-op.
Probably.
I don't know.
Fozzy Bear says, "Don't your dog die in Blair Witch?" Does he? I don't know. That could be a spoiler for Blair Witch.
Is he? Is that a good game? I've been trying to see if it's good or not. People say it's like okay.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things about that one. Who made that game? Important.
I think the Decepticon played it.
The first one did kind of get boring by the end, says Important. I don't think it was that long though, was it? Like it was a short enough game. Well, I remember
I never really got I didn't get bored of it when I played the first game. I even got like the DLC, like the extra stuff to play.
I don't remember.
Even though they were
like the story. What happened? Like how did it end?
You're just trying to like get to like someone to pick you up like in a helicopter or something, as far as I remember.
Yeah.
And did he get picked up in the end?
Yeah.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, okay. You fly away.
Because you see in the trailer like there's people flying jets and stuff, so there is like survivors out there.
Yeah.
Decepticon says this one will be fun regardless. First one was fun even with the jank.
Yeah.
Cheer face emojis. I'm liking it, Donnie. Donnie's so creative with them emojis every time. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything that's like blowing my mind or anything. Like every time I talk about this game, I talk about that Genghis streamer on TikTok or whatever, and she's like, "This is better than Alex. This is my favorite VR game of all time." She just played like a demo of it or something.
I think it's going to be really fun with the interaction with the zombies. I think you're going to be able to like fool around with them quite a bit. Like,
yeah, he's diddling with them, like moving their mouths around with when he's holding it head to head and stuff. You can chop their heads off and hold them up and move their mouths around and probably like grab their arms and like spin them or throw them around. The only thing I'm worried about is I don't see any part in this trailer where it looks like you're in any threat of getting like all the zombies look really slow. Like didn't the first Arizona Sunshine have like zombies that ran at you? I think they had like big they looked like football player kind of muscular fellas who would sprint. I think. I
don't think it was hard though, right? I don't think I ever died in that game, and I fucking suck.
I don't know.
But these zombies look like they're all like super slow. Like I don't
be like
yeah, true. I mean, if the difficulty comes in like numbers, just like sheer numbers of them, and you get swarmed, but even then you can kind of like see them coming a mile away if they're going to be that slow. So hopefully there's some
Do you like it when there's like different variants of zombies? Like one of them was like a gas one that explodes or some shit, or
Yeah, I would like a couple of them to like. I would want some sprinters just to make it like difficult. Like when you see them coming, then you're like, oh shit! Like I need to like
focus on them.
yeah, focus or like get in the right spot to defend and stuff like that.
All right, so 2023 could still be good. I mean, it could still get delayed, of course. Every other game seems to be getting delayed, but they seem to be sticking to December 7th, so maybe not. And December also has Bulletstorm, so maybe a couple of good games in December. Which is unusual. Games don't really launch in December very often, you know. Important says the dog will definitely die 2/3 of the way through the story, oldest trick in the book. But then you find a puppy at the end, and you call him Buddy as well, and then that's how it ends. Credits
Dog can't
roll.
die. So does he think that's a big spoiler? Like the dog injured on the table, the dog actually dies there?
Nah, I think that's a misdirect.
I think that's just a scripted. Yeah.
If the dog dies, I don't think you put that in the trailer.
No, I
You know.
think it's just
Yeah,
part of
you'd
the
think that you
story.
wouldn't.
Unless it's a
Part of the
mechanic.
story.
Unless it's a mechanic where like he can get hurt and then you have to bring him to like this hospital area or whatever to recover. I don't know, but
I think if
I
anything,
don't
that
think so.
the dog gets down in the moment, like whatever, you can go and like revive him like a friend. And then there's a part of the story what it looks like to me like this is like it's all fucked up because
it's
it has like
dramatic.
sharp.
It
it's
looks
got,
like it.
sharp metal over his legs and
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like something blew up and like there's like metal shards
Yep.
all stuck in them.
shit. Yeah.
Deluxe edition is 10% off with Plus, says Movemaster Mick. Thank you for that additional piece of information. Decepticon says it lives there laser to be mauled to death in front of you. I think he means it survives that and then later on it gets mauled to death in front of you.
Mauled.
I can see
I
like a
don't
big
know.
enemy boss, like a giant zombie at the end just picks him up and crushes him or something like that, and then you got to fight that big one at the end.
Yeah, I just hope it's
Go into
difficult
rage
Pokemon.
mode. I'll go into rage mode if that happens.
Yeah, and he'll be raging too because he's always talking as well. He'd be like, "Oh, you fucking bitch, Fred," and blah blah blah.
Fred.
Yeah, man, who is Fred? So yeah, Arizona Sunshine 2. Still looking forward to it, but what I'm
Christmas.
not looking forward to is this game that's out already, the Foglands. Haven't played it, haven't got it. I assume neither of you have played it or got it.
Nope.
No.
Maybe it's
Have not.
he's fucking old
Maybe
games.
Decepticon. No, it's a PS.
But I heard it's
is it
bad.
on Quest? I think it's on Quest as well. Actually, it's not an exclusive. But yeah, the reviews have been bad, which is why we're talking about it here. Without Parole, gave it like 3.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Was his viewer grid? Gave it a 6 out of 10. It's been called like it's buggy, which is an issue. There's like lots of game breaking bugs, like bosses not dying when they should be dead, and it's very repetitive as well. Apparently, so one of the reviews, I don't know which it was, said that even if they do fix all the bugs, like the core of it is still like super repetitive and boring. So just seems like one to avoid maybe. And yeah, that was the last game for October, and so you know we were very hopeful for October being the best month ever, and like it's turned to shit in the end.
Because
We got
again,
Propagation Paradise Hotel was probably the best one. Yeah, I still haven't played it yet. I need to buy that. I just keep...
Yes, you do. 100%. That shit was good. Real good. After the Fall launched 9th of December 2021. And that's by the same developers too, isn't it? Vertigo game. So they like their December releases. The Falled Glands. I don't know what he means by that. Glads that have fallen. What are you talking about? 2 big updates today, says Roy Schwartz. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say about this other than I was kind of interested in this, even though like the roguelike stuff is a bit of a turn off.
Yeah.
For me personally, some people love that shit, but if it's repetitive and it's a roguelike, that I mean, you can't have a repetitive roguelike. The whole idea is that it's supposed to be different every time and keep you coming back. But
Yeah. I mean, that's even Dread Halls. That's like a
yes,
roguelite
it is.
as well.
Yeah.
Kind of like there's quite a few of them on PlayStation VR2 at this point. It's kind of weird.
I guess like they're, I won't say they're easy to make, but maybe if, like for small developers, they're simpler to make than something, you know, with a big story campaign or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, That's the Foglands. I don't really have anything else to say. I don't think.
Don't buy it.
Even when I first saw that, like I never was really hyped about it. Like it has a cool style, I guess. But
I thought it looked kind of polished. I was like, oh, at least this
Yeah.
looks a little bit slightly bigger budget than what we're used to.
yeah,
But yeah.
Maybe that's why it tricked us, because it looked polished enough. So you know, that's why some people are like, "Oh, maybe it's good." Because I thought it looked decent, but
there you go.
you
Just
know, that's why you don't pre-order. No more pre-order games unless it's like stuff that you kind of know what it's gonna be, like Phasmo, we know, or like this game that we just talked about, Arizona Sunshine. That looks good.
yeah, that looks like quality. You can see the quality in it.
I'm still not gonna pre-order it. I know some people will, but I'll wait like day one just to make sure people are like, yes, it's really good. Okay.
Well, let's see some PSVR2 footage as well, because I think what they've shown off so far is just PC VR stuff.
No, I'm not worried about that shit.
Well, maybe you should be. Ray Schwartz is showing a buffering sign. Is the stream down? I'm not seeing any drops over here in my.
Oh, nice.
Mine is fine.
Mine's running.
Where is my Wi-Fi?
All right, Roy, sort out your internet. Next topic is a game that's about to come out, but unlike Foglands, it's getting good reviews. So this is coming out tomorrow. It's Vampire the Masquerade Justice.
Yep.
I took a quick look at some reviews. Gamertag did one. He was saying like basically it's really fun to kill people in this game. You can like toy with them and stuff. It has native 120 frames per second as well on PSVR2, so you don't have to worry about
That's
that
nice.
projection. Apparently it's like a solid lengthy campaign as well, like 10 hours roughly to beat it. And it's got some good RPG mechanics. I did see somewhere else on Reddit where there's some PSVR2 performance issues, but first Fast Travel Games came out and said there's going to be a day one patch that will address them, so hopefully that'll be done by tomorrow.
So this is just like a story one and done type of thing.
It has like a lot of replayability because you can get rewarded for not killing anyone. It's kind of like Dishonored. If you play Dishonored, it has like
Dishonored's a
Dishonored
good
VR
game.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It's actually like really similar to Dishonored. Just going
So-
by looks.
If they have trophies for like being aggressive or going through all stealth, then there's replay value, I guess.
There you go. Yeah. Plus 10 hours is like lengthy for a single player campaign.
Yeah. Do we know the price? $50.
Well, we should know the price because it's like available to pre-order right now, but I can look it up in the store right now.
I'm gonna guess it's $49.99. $49.99 US probably.
Keep them talking. Vampire.
I don't know if I don't know if I'll buy this one right away.
Oh,
I have my reserves.
€30.
30 euro.
That's
€30.
that's
How much is that
reasonable
in
for
dollars?
10 hours? That'll be $30 for you as well. It's usually the same. And that's
Not
probably
bad.
like 25 sterling if you're English or British. Sterling.
Who uses that?
Fancy your butchers at Miss Sterling's, mate. But yeah, and there it is. Movemaster makes it $24.99. So just as the prophecy
Nice.
foretold.
Okay. That's a good price.
But yeah, it seems like it's worth it. You know, you got some cool powers. It's kind of stealth. Well, stealth. You're a vampire. You're going around draining people's blood, sucking the blood out of them, and you
Can you
just,
suck
grab
them,
You
or do
grab
you
them
just like?
by the shoulder and pull them towards you, and then you suck on them? You know.
It looks weird when you do it because like looks like you have to lean in, but then the blood gushes out. Like so, it's like you're not actually getting the blood. The blood just looks like it's like flying out of their neck. Kind of weird.
It's like you're sucking it out of a crazy straw, or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. In a good way. I think it's a bit different. I'm sure they have to do that for some reason. My volume's a bit low. Okay, pump my volume up.
They sound loud to
a
me,
little bit.
but I guess the stream might be
Maybe on the
different.
stream is coming through different. Yeah.
I'm always
hopefully
curious
that's better.
how they're gonna do stories in these kind of games. Like,
Well, it's set in this like World of Darkness universe where they've already had like different Vampire Masquerade games. I don't really know anything about them. I played that Blood Hunt free to play like Battle Royale one as well.
It was fun.
But
It was fun.
decent. But I think it's done. I think they've like announced they're shutting down the servers and that in like a year or something like that. So I don't think it did as well as they would have liked.
I just mean in terms of like how are they going to convey the story in VR? Like, is it going to be like one of those like you're stuck stationary while someone's talking to you, or is it going to be kind of like things are happening as you're walking around that you can like listen in on and walk in on conversations?
It definitely looks like you're listening to conversations. I think like as you're walking around. But
then
I don't know what your objective is.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't know this game world at all. Like I don't play any of these games.
But that other game, like it's all fast travel. I've done a lot of these ones. They've done like Wraith the Oblivion. That's like part of this universe as well, so they're connected somehow there. Movemaster Mick, who's already playing this game, says catching rats is fun. He unleashed his inner blade. Well, there you go. I think that's like some kind of sexual reference.
I
think he had sex with a rat, is what he's saying.
Just like Blade did.
Don't get Donnie excited talking about that stuff.
Damn, Donnie. You're never going to live it down. So is the mic better, by the way? Can I get a mic test? Test. Maybe it's just too far away as well. I don't know. The tutorial is very slick as you play, not intrusive. So Movemaster Mick is impressed by the game as well. But yeah, so
far,
Mike is fine, thank you. Was fine, says Mick. Now it's not. But yeah, as October kind of ended with a disappointment, November starts with, a bang. Something more optimistic. It sounds like it could be Fast Travel's game, best game.
We're getting this game and we're getting the GT7 update, so that's not a bad start.
We're not done yet with updates.
Breachers.
Oh yeah, Breachers. But we don't have a date for that yet, do we? I don't think they said a specific.
It's in November though.
It's in November, yeah, but not a. Well, hopefully any day now they'll drop. It's been delayed till February 2024.
That one won't be delayed.
No,
that one's coming probably like 2 weeks.
How can you say that with certainty? After everything we've seen in the last week or two, or month.
Listen, that's what you said last time about all these games.
So you just get lucky with your guesses is all.
Well, we'll see it in 2 weeks.
Anyway, speaking of delays, Pneumata has been delayed. Another delay from Perp Games. So they delayed Madison and now they're delaying this Pneumata game. Which is, looks really good. I don't know if you've looked into this. I think there's a flat version of it as well, but they're doing a VR version too. And I think all of them are being delayed. But it's like a horror game, but it looks high budget. Relatively high budget anyway. But this one's been delayed till 2024 as well. No date. I got
February.
My notes up. February again.
No, this one's like summer or some shit.
That's
probably.
summer.
It's just a trend, I think, with horror games. Horror games need to get delayed, apparently.
I guess they're like, do you think they're just all rushing to get to Halloween and then they're like, okay, we're not going to make it to Halloween.
Yeah.
We might as well take our time.
Maybe that is it. Maybe they're all just like, we're hoping, yeah.
But I think Muzz, to Muzz's point, like he said, we're just getting a lot of, this is a trend now, horror games. I keep seeing, Decepticon keeps sending me, there's just a fuckload of scary games in VR now. Before, maybe a couple years, there's a couple, but now I feel like, and there's just coming in clones and Phasmo clones and different, like, they're just popping new, and puzzle scary games. So I feel like we're just going to get probably flooded with some of those ports and PSVR. I think that's going to be our new, wave shooters, PSVR 1. This is going to be horror games for us, PSVR 2.
Listen, I'm happy with that. I'm fine with horror. I like it a lot. Decepticon says Death Watchers is newest Phasmo clone to drop. Damn.
Yeah.
Now my problem now is that one of these clones is going to come along and it's going to shit all over Phasmophobia, and then I have to wait like 5 years before it comes to PSVR 2.
Yeah, there'll be one that perfects the formula, and everyone's like, "Oh, screw Phasmophobia! This is the real one that you want to play."
No fingers,
it'll happen. It'll happen right before Phasmophobia comes out.
No more fingers.
So all your excitement will go down the drain because no one's playing Phasmo anymore. Now everyone's playing this new,
Death
the new hotness.
Just get a PC, says Decepticon. No, I won't. Right.
Just get a PS5 and a PSVR 2.
But I won't play PC VR games on it. PCs are for Excel and Microsoft Word and emails. All right. But yeah, Pneumata. I don't really know too much about it. I know there was a demo. I think there was a demo on Steam, and based on the feedback from the demo, that's why they're delaying it. That's the official reason they've given anyway.
Which is fine.
But yeah, what about Super Funland? That was also a Perp Games thing. Wasn't that coming October too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, October's over.
When's
now.
when's that Five Nights at Freddy's supposed to come out? That was like announced a long time ago. That ever coming
Did
out?
it ever have a date? I don't know if it ever had a date.
No, it just had
Is
that
that-
like that really fast little trailer announcement where it just had some guy on an elevator for a few
Yeah.
seconds.
It
Is
was
that
like a state
puzzle
of affairs.
games or is that like repetitive, just pressing buttons until it fucking scares you, or like what the
I
fuck?
think it's
I've
more like
never
you're
played it,
wandering
though.
around. It's like those.
I think you have to fix stuff. I think you're usually you're fixing things in Five Nights because you're like the repair guy in the building, so you have to like fix things as the things are like trying to kill you. The
Nice.
animatronic guys.
Decepticon says that was just a Bobo date for Super Fun Land. There's no date yet. So okay, there's no date for Super Fun Land. So there you go.
Hmm.
But we do have a date for Cactus Cowboy
Oh boy!
Desert Warfare, and you better believe it's dropping tomorrow. So get ready. Hold on to your hats. This is the first Cactus Cowboy game that is paid. So all the other ones were free, but you can. This is like he's putting some effort into this one. It's got a 7 to 9 hour story campaign. It has better.
Really?
Yeah. It has better graphics than previous Cactus Cowboy games, such as Baked and Real Time Shadows. It has gun attachments. There's over 30 gun skins per gun. It has better left-hand support, more immersive storytelling, new and old friends and foes, better special effects, more enemies at the same time, an in-game shop system, so no pay to win with real money, and new gameplay mechanics like distance grabs and wheels, whatever that means. But that's in the... Like I got an
Multiplayer?
email.
No.
No, it's not multiplayer. But I think there was
Oh
a
my
Cactus Cowboy
God.
game that was multiplayer. That like came out.
I have not played any of those.
No, I have not played any of these either.
How much is this?
I don't know. I don't know. It's probably like I doubt there's a pre-order page, so we won't know until it goes up. I'll check the email again and see if there was a price on it.
Maybe for the little kids, little squeakers.
But his hope is that this takes off, he can make a bit of money, and then he can go full-time developing VR games. I'm just looking for a
Well,
price.
hopefully you get some sales then.
Yeah, he didn't give me a price. But yeah, I don't think... I mean, this could be good, like, because you're looking at the shooting and it's like, oh, it has manual reloading and stuff like that, and the guns don't look bad, And if you're listening to if you listen to us, you're missing out on a lot of, like, they're parodying a lot of stuff. It sounds actually kind of funny, Warren says $15, but I don't know if he's guessing or not.
Right. I figured if anything, they should have this, but multiplayer, free to play, and then that's it. I mean, yeah, I guess to make money you have to do this, and I think for the 7 or 8 hour campaign. I mean,
I think
If the humor might start get a little
well, you never know.
get a little old.
You never know.
7 hours
Could-
into it, I
could
don't know.
surprise you. It
Who
could
knows?
surprise you.
The
Maybe it's
voice
the best
acting,
game.
the voice acting I've heard in it doesn't sound particularly great. I mean, it sounds like just maybe like the people that made the game are doing all the voices or something. So
Listen to this trailer when you get a chance. I think it's better than it looks, if you know what I mean. Like, it's fun. It seems funnier,
all right, well, I don't think I saw this trailer, so I do have to listen to it.
Having said that, I don't think I'm going to be getting this or requesting a review code. I don't think.
There's no
review
PvP.
code? Three kids.
I don't think there's PvP in this, is there? Is it just
No,
all?
I think his previous games were multiplayer. I could be wrong about that.
Hmm.
But there was a previous Cactus Cowboy game that was free to play. So I assume if it was free to play, it must have had multiplayer elements, because I don't know how you do a free to play single player game and make any money. Let me check some comments. Jackpot's been waiting for this one, says Decepticon. Warroom says, I'm a Cactus Cowboy believer. Could be a giggle, says Movemaster Mick. He was giving out promo flyers at the ranches. Warren said on Reddit he said it was going to be $15, so there you go, confirmed. $15 dues, €15, probably 10 British sterling. Was this made in dreams? Can run this on my refrigerator? Question marks is important. That was.
It's not a graphical powerhouse, that's for sure. That's for sure.
No. But what else is coming tomorrow? What if I told you an update for Firewall Ultra was about to drop tomorrow morning sometime, depending on your time zones and stuff. I'm not going to look that up, but tomorrow morning. Would you like that? Let me read out the patch notes because I've once again closed the fucking thing I'm supposed to look at.
Nothing that interests or
You gotta wait
nothing
for
that
Christmas,
interests
Muzz.
me.
It's not Christmas
Come
yet.
in.
Yeah, it's
Come
not
on.
Christmas yet.
Come on, Muzz.
I gotta wait another couple months.
Okay, so it's coming tomorrow morning, the 2nd of November. The first fix it's bringing is that public exfil PvE now supports squads of 4 again, so we can actually all just do exfil and grind that way if we want to do for a stream and earn way more money and way more XP. Arms and elbows on players are improved for both first and third person, so your characters should look way less janky, I hope. The TVs in the safe house will now show the correct reputation levels for players, which is supposedly handy enough if you want to know what you're running up against. Fixed an issue causing the sniper zoom setting to not save correctly, and I don't even have a sniper or anything with the zoom setting, so that's not for me. Restoring tier resets for those affected, so people like Donnie out there who had their tiers reset back to nothing, apparently they're going to bring everything that you should have had or already had, they're going to give it back to you, so you should jump back up to where you should be, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, it's not like the one I'm really waiting for is the grenade to change how they throw grenades. That's the big one. It's not there yet. I'm happy to see the public exfil. Like, I mean, they needed to fix that. Must have been a high priority because it's like, you know, it's one of the main, like half the game, and people weren't able to play it with a full squad. So, you know, that was high priority, I'm sure. Arms and elbows.
Are we going to give that a try? Give that a try on the next Firewall
I'm interested.
stream?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I only played it once day one, and I like died straight away because of apparently
Yeah,
it's
me
like
too.
impossible to do it on by yourself.
I only played it the one time with Jackpot and I think Donnie and whoever else was with that.
And there you go. We got to try it again. Plus, there's like trophies and shit in there. If you wanna get the trophies, you gotta play that game. But yeah, don't forget we're also doing that competition, and I think it's gonna be on next week's episode of Touch and Tips, subject to change. But I think that's what we're going with. Frank is currently the deadline for submitting the videos has passed. It was like the Halloween was the last day.
Yeah.
Frank said he's going to put the videos together for me, so just like one long video. It's going to have cards in between to say like who it was or whatever. Still trying to figure out how we're going to do this in terms of judging it. It's still a little bit up in the air.
Are we going to do it like during the stream, or are we going to see how?
I would have liked to do it during the stream, but yeah, it's going to be how long? Because the last time I counted
50
them,
minutes
it was
of watching videos.
Like the videos shouldn't be more than a minute long each. You know, that's like the max. But who knows? But yeah,
How many did you get so far?
The last time I counted, I think it was like 72 clips.
Holy
but I don't
shit.
know if they all met the criteria. Maybe some of them were over the time, and maybe Frank won't accept them. I don't know. I'm just going to wait for the video that Frank sends me, and I'm going to see how long that is. And based on how long that is, we'll figure out how to do the judging, I guess.
Do it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Important says my tiers have not reset for this game. Damn, a play on words. Important says like the inverse kinetic arm jank fix effort though. Need to fix those black levels and tracers too. I'm telling you, those black levels are fine. Nobody has a problem with the black levels except for you. Alright? And if you say it again, people are going to show up at your house and kill your dog.
The tracers thing, I don't really get that either, because are you guys ever bothered with the tracers?
Yeah, I do have, like, there's an issue where the tracers are not coming out the correct angle of the gun. It's like they're coming out the back of the gun sometimes. It's like a weird visual bug.
Maybe I'm just missing it. Maybe I'm just not paying attention because I never...
It's like definitely low. It's low on my list of priorities of things to be fixed, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, unless he's talking about just the tracers in general, like just seeing the bullets fly across, maybe they're too distracting for him or something, although I don't mind them. At least maybe I've just gotten used to them. But
yeah, maybe.
In the first gameplay trailer that they showed off, they showed them tracers and they did look kind of excessive. But now that I've been playing, it's like I don't really notice them, so I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Update tomorrow. I don't know. Probably tomorrow. Well, depending on who wins the vote, but the next time I play Firewall Ultra, we'll be testing out that update.
I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of votes for both Firewall and Gran Turismo
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Indeed, there was. I wish I was off tomorrow. If I was off tomorrow, I'd do both.
You blew it.
I
Calling
was off
sick.
today instead.
What did you do all day?
Working things around
Nah,
the house, you
took a long nap.
don't worry about what I did today.
Shit.
Got to set up this fucking podcast. You know how long it takes to do that? Ages. Anyway, nearing the end now. We've got a topic about this fella here, Eric Lempel. And he is head of global marketing for PlayStation. And he had an interview. So he's head of global marketing and like other stuff as well, but the marketing is what I focused on. He has other titles, is what I'm saying. So he had an interview where the question of PSVR2 was brought up to him, and it's like, it's always interesting to see what PlayStation are saying when it comes to PSVR2 because they don't really say anything about us often. So the big takeaway was that PSVR2 is important to us, but not the core proposition. So the full quote of what he said was, "The VR category is important to us. It's a category that can help us with innovation. It's never going to be the only way people play games, but I'm happy that we're in it. There are great experiences to be had and consumers really like it, but it's a nascent business for us. It's something that we want to be part of, but it's not the core proposition we have this season. PlayStation 5 is the core." What do you think of that?
Damn.
Makes sense. I mean, I didn't expect them to like transition fully to VR at any time soon. So,
I mean, it's like
it sounds
like articles were made about this. Like when I read the articles, I was like, well, this isn't really news, is it? I mean, I know I brought it up as a topic here, so I'm being a hypocrite by saying that. But this is what we already knew, Obviously, PS5 was their priority. We've always known that. And we don't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't expect them to focus on PSVR 2 away from PS5 when there's like 40 million PS5s out there. There's only what?
Right.
Is there even 1 million sold of PSVR 2s? Yes, maybe not. I don't know. Wouldn't be surprised if there's not because they don't market us.
maybe after holidays. Maybe a lot of people will get VRs for Christmas.
Maybe, but like they should start be pushing now. November. We're in November now. Now is the time to start the push for PSVR 2 if you're wanting to make it a holiday sale.
I'm really I was hoping that Sony would start like kind of pumping out more VR stuff,
I think
commercials and stuff, trying to get people more interested, but it hasn't happened yet, and I don't know, starting it in December might be kind of late if they're going to.
You want to do it like before Black Friday and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah.
And how like they needed something in Spider-Man. Something in Spider-Man too. Like they should have had some kind of PSVR 2 support there. Even if it's not being Spider-Man, even if you're just like walking around New York City or something, I don't know. Or playing as a different character. Like Rhino or some shit and you gotta destroy shit and I don't know. But
Resident Evil 4 like Chairface says, Resident Evil 4 is gonna do the trick. It could probably bring some people in, but I don't think it's gonna like suddenly start selling like gangbusters just for one game.
Well,
I mean, there's with a lot of good games currently out. I don't know.
I'd imagine it'll do better than, like, and realistically speaking, nobody's buying a PSVR 2 headset for something like Phasmophobia, even though I really, really want it, but nobody is.
No, like
it's
not the
Gran
mainstream.
Turismo, it's Resident Evil. Maybe Horizon. Some people bought it for Horizon, but those big names are what going to sell them. So Resident Evil 4, but is that going to be out before Christmas? I don't know.
Yes.
But there's so many good games, but they're just not being talked about by the bigger publication places, because if they're not like the big AAA games, then they don't give a shit. So they don't really like bring any of the good games into the spotlight that deserve people's attention. So, but
like propagation should be well known, but of course nobody at IGN would know what the fuck propagation is if you ask them.
Yeah, hardly anybody.
FF says, did they shut down the Firewall Discord? Not that I'm aware of. FF, let me see. It's still there. possible you were kicked, but I don't know. But yeah, this, I didn't really want to say anything else about this. It's just a quick thing, just because there is articles about it, and people are like, "Oh, doom and gloom." It's like an excuse to talk doom and gloom about PSVR2, but it just makes sense. It was like a nothing answer. He didn't really answer like, "Oh yeah, it's important to us, and we're glad we're here." I suppose it's nascent, the way they still see it as like a growing thing. You know, it's just starting off.
Yeah.
Even though they're 2 generations into it now, but you know.
Well, like I was telling you earlier, there, Pumpkins, with my my buddy finally going and getting a PSVR2. Like, how many people, like, I wonder, because my buddy, he finally got one, and he's just getting the motion sickness, like, really, really bad when he plays it. And it's kind of making me feel bad, because I was, like, the one that kept, like, kind of hounding him to try to get him to get it.
And is he trying to return it?
Not yet. He's trying to do, like, the some of the
Ginger tea.
No, like just playing in short periods and seeing if he can play longer and longer. But I don't know if he's having super success with it. But it's just the one big bummer about VR is because you can't know how you're going to react to it until you buy it. Because how else are you going to try it unless you're lucky enough to know somebody that has one that you can go try it first before you buy it.
Yeah, every GameStop should have like a booth or demo booth or whatever. Although there's hygiene concerns there, especially with COVID and all that shit. But you know,
even with it, you just have to have someone wipe it down. I mean,
yeah,
not the worst thing, but they should have some places designated to like try them out, because there's how many people do you think are out there that don't buy it just because they're not sure if they can play it? Like, you're not going to buy like something that expensive without realizing if you're gonna get sick or not. Like,
that's a big problem.
It's a big downside. It's a big problem with it. Like,
they need to find a way to get rid of motion sickness somehow. I don't know how they do that. I don't know if there's a headset that's going to come along and people won't feel motion sickness, but if it's just going to be a thing that people will always have.
Steady frame rates, getting to the point where we can have native 120 without reprojection will help. And having like really crisp, clear graphics without like any kind of blurriness, that would help as well. But over time, maybe they'll figure out a formula that will reduce it. But I mean, yeah, my buddy has a pretty bad case of it. He got Gran Turismo. I told him to buy Gran Turismo 7 from like a store, like from GameStop, because that way at least he has like the return. Like, you have so many days that you can bring it back and get your money back if you're not happy. So he's not going to be out, but he's still trying it and see if he can like race more than like
Dan
5 minutes without getting motion sick.
Dan has some advice for your friend. He says, tell him to play through it, Muzz. Tell him he's a pussy. Just keep playing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Decepticons.
If you're not
with easier games, like less demanding games for sickness, maybe.
A fan is a good idea. Making sure you have like drink lots of water before you play is also good.
Play seasoned, Decepticon says.
Well,
playing some, like slow games, puzzle games, or some shit like that.
Chairface says turning down the brightness might help with motion sickness.
I gave him that advice too. I said turn your brightness down to about 20-25%. And
Decepticon says he felt horrible for about 3 months when he first played.
yeah,
I don't think. If I was playing bad for like, if I was feeling bad for a month straight, I think I'd probably give up at that point. No, I don't know how you persist
gotta
for
be
3 months.
Yeah, especially like
It's like at one point you'll be like, okay, it's just not for me, you know.
exactly. Yep.
And Dan never got motion sickness. That's how I was basically until like a couple of games did it to me later on.
Yeah.
At the start, I never
Very,
got it.
very small few experiences made me feel a little sick, but not like, I wouldn't even call it like motion sickness, just more like uneasy for like a little bit.
Yeah. But yeah.
Anyway,
I'm not sure how we got
PG,
on, but we did.
yeah, I just wanted to bring up the point that it's hard. It's hard to like tell like people that you know to get into VR when you know in the back of your head that that could possibly happen, and then you feel bad because you just spent all this money and now you're like either stuck with it and you have to try to figure out how to play without getting sick. And
Surgical says best advice is play until you can't, then go back later.
Yeah, play it like once a day. I was watching somebody online talking about how he got over motion sickness, and that's what he did. He played for like 5 minutes, he stopped, and then he waited till the next day. He played again for like 10, 15 minutes, and then he started feeling sick, and he just kept doing it until he could play for a couple hours without feeling sick. So it's just a matter of persistence and wanting to do that. But
that's like effort. Like you shouldn't
I know,
put that
exactly.
much effort into
And
playing
that's
a game.
that's the downside of VR. How do you like tell someone that you know to go buy it, and if it makes you sick, you have to push through it for a good like
3 months. My pal Decepticon did it in just 3 months. You know, hang in there.
Yeah.
Hang on in there.
You just gotta want it. You just gotta want it.
FF says, anyone else play Hubris? The swimming hit me hard. Chewing gum helped me. Chewing gum. There you go. I did the swimming. I did the demo on Hubris, and I did the swimming, and I liked it. I didn't feel any, but then I don't get motion sickness, so someone prone to that might feel something different. Fozzie says I had to use click turning, but now I hate it. Ooh, a dirty clicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking vignette and all that shit.
Damn.
You can't see
Nice
anything.
tunnel
You're like,
vision,
what the fuck is
bitch. Dead Eye Dan says, oh no, Decepticon says, Here They Lie was the worst game.
Here's that lie.
That
Did make me feel a little queasy.
Yeah. Dead Eye Dan says, we don't want pussies in VR.
I'll tell my friend that. I'll pass your message on.
Gatekeep them.
Sorry.
Gatekeep them, Dan. Yes, the last topic is something Muzz has added, so I don't have a trailer ready to play or whatever, but Muzz, if you would like to take it away.
Yeah. I was going to ask Jackpot about this if he had any inkling to play it since he has a Quest, but the Dungeons of Eternity, have you heard about that? 777.
Is that the co-op?
Yeah.
Or like
it's like
4-player?
3-player co-op.
Yes,
You can have 3-player co-op.
Yes, that's the one we've been talking about. Me and Decepticon, Dan.
Did you guys play it yet?
No, but we want to. We're just waiting for it to go on sale.
You should buy it.
How much it costs?
The more I see,
it looks really good.
Yeah, the more I see, I want to play this game. This is like heading to my top tier of wanting to play games, and I don't know if it's ever coming to PlayStation VR, but I hope it someday will because it looks fun as hell.
And it's not bad. I mean, it's $30 right now, and there's always like right now there's a 30% off, so you know you save quite a bit there. This is the one that I think we've been talking about. Like, hey, we need to buy. This is the one that we need to buy. I hope, and I don't think it's on the PC, right? It's just Quest.
I think it's Quest 2, Quest 3.
Gross.
Yeah. Well,
jealous bitch.
I don't know why they don't come to PlayStation VR 2 as well. I guess there's some kind of weird.
I think it's just
hurdle.
Sony's a bitch. They probably ask them all. Yeah, it's probably Portuguese. There's probably all the stuff Sony probably requires them.
Quest has got the bigger player base, so if you want the most money possible, then you release it on Quest.
Yeah.
No, it seems like a game that has everything that I look for in a game with co-op. It has procedurally generated dungeons and stuff, so it's always different. Lots of gear. You have to unlock the.
What does the combat look like? Is it solid looking?
The gameplay looks good.
Yeah,
the gameplay looks very good.
It has the closest thing that you'll ever get to Kratos in God of War. You can throw like a hammer and then it comes right back to your hand.
Cool.
Like you throw it and smashes and then it whips back to you. And the YouTuber I was watching playing it, he said, imagine if Sony gets this game and then they have a skin for the Kratos' axe. So it's
it's all over.
Yeah, good shit.
Yeah, and then if it has the haptic feedback, so I don't know how the feedback works with the Quest, but I mean, if it comes to PlayStation VR 2, you can have that snap back, and then you feel it hit your hand when it comes back.
So how many players can play together?
It's a 3-player co-op. I think it's 3-player co-op if I'm not mistaken. But
no, you're probably right.
But yeah, there's a mix of magic, swords, all that kind of stuff, and it has a mix of fantasy medieval style, but it also has sci-fi elements. There's drones flying around and a mix of fantasy and sci-fi.
Dances is 3-player co-op as well.
Yeah.
So,
there's lots of gear, lots of gear to unlock. You find the chest and you have to put the key in and unlock it, and it opens up, and you can get cool stuff. And
so it's heavy on the VR interactions. You're picking things up,
Yeah.
and twisting things around, and all that kind of shit.
It's an actual VR
Yep.
game.
Lots of interactions. You have like fire staffs. You have an ice staff that you can like zap them and it freezes the enemies for a few seconds. And then if you have a melee co-op buddy, then they can run up and like smash them while they're frozen. Yeah,
Nice.
it's like a cool like teamwork kind of base elements.
Decepticon says, I could see that one coming to PSVR if it's not owned by the Zuck. Have they said anything about?
No,
To other-
the closest thing I saw about looking into it, on a Reddit forum, someone said that the developer said that they want to release it on more consoles than Quest, or more platforms. They said we want to release it on more platforms, but we don't have any dates or any more information.
Probably
So-
PC before it comes to Sony VR.
You wish, bitch.
Or they could be at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it comes because, like you said, that's it. That's what I always say to people when there's games, because everybody's like, "Oh yeah, you can't buy a PlayStation VR2 because there are only a couple exclusives. What's the point?" And my point, more than that, is games play better on the PlayStation VR2, and it's not like, "Oh yeah, it just looks a little better," or no, like. Play Pavlov on the PC don't play on the PlayStation VR2, just play Pavlov on the PC for a month, 2 months, and then jump on the PSVR2 and you'll see the difference that it makes with the immersion, with the controllers, with the feedback and all that. So in my opinion, if this game comes out, it will be the better place to play, regardless if it comes on the PC. I mean, it just adds a lot, in my opinion, at least.
It does, and
Yeah.
it's like for that kind of combat too, like having the haptic triggers and rumble and the controllers and all that would definitely help big time.
Decepticon says, I think
But yeah.
a lot of these completed out of early access games will flip over to PSVR. People like money. Yeah, if you're an independent developer making a VR game, you want it on as many headsets as possible.
Yeah.
Especially like PSVR2 is only new as well. Like it's not even a year old yet, so of course you're going to want to have it on there too while it's still growing. If it's growing, hopefully it's growing.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The combat just looks really smooth and like polished. Like he'll have you can like one hand your throwing hammer or axe, whatever he has, and you can have like the magic stuff in the other hand. So he's like freezing somebody there, and then he turns his head and throws his axe this way, and then it comes back to him, and then he like throws it this way and hits the guy that he froze, and it's just like really cool looking. Like it's really like.
I think there's like aim assist going on there with the throws.
I think so. I mean, like I don't see like an aiming reticle like when he throws it, so I think it probably just goes to like the closest
Nearest
enemy where you're looking.
okay.
Yeah.
You still feel badass doing it though.
We'll probably buy it before Christmas.
Well, you'll be busy playing Phasmophobia on PSVR 2 before Christmas, so.
No.
I would be more excited to play this game than over the Phasmophobia. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah,
That guy. Okay, I need to look it up. Then I need to look it up.
it just looks
it
fun.
looks good, and there's really good reviews. It looks
But
good.
like it's on Quest, so I assume it has to have cartoony graphics.
Watch
We're talking about
so
Cactus shit right
does it
now.
have-
You guys wanna
does it have
watch-
cartoony graphics or not? Yes.
You
or no?
didn't mention graphics with the
I'm just
fucking
asking.
Cactus
I'm
game.
just asking.
No,
it's not
it
like
doesn't?
hyper realistic. It doesn't have hyper realistic graphics, but it's
Okay.
not. I wouldn't say cartoony.
Okay.
If you want to watch some good gameplay, watch the one I was watching. I think it was Virtual Bros or Virtual Bro. I think it was his channel.
Bro. Okay.
Yeah, he has a decent amount of gameplay playing with his buddies, and it looks pretty fun.
Decepticon says a true Canadian statement, but I'm not really sure what he said. What's that in reference to? What did
I don't
you
know
say,
what I
Buzz?
said.
What did you say?
what-
Sorry?
I don't
Did
remember.
you say
what-
sorry? Did you apologize or something, Buzz?
Oh, when I said I'd want to play that more. I said sorry, guys.
Damn, I like how your mic cut out when you said Phasmophobia because we couldn't bear to hear that filth come out of your mouth. The lies, I should say. All right, so we're out of topics, but we do have the fax machine. And this week, Mr. Jackboss, I assume he was stoned out of his head. He's like, oh.
You put a question? What the hell?
It's like, oh, I've got an idea for fax machine, is he? He's like, what if we get people to submit their Halloween outfits or decorations or whatever, and then we look at them during the fax machine? No consideration for how much extra work that adds on for me and how I have to download every one of these and get them ready and set up. But he doesn't have to worry about that. He doesn't care.
course
but I did it
not.
anyway.
That's why
I did
I
it
come
anyway
up with
because I'm
the
such a
idea.
nice guy. Because I'm such
It happened?
a
Did it
nice
happen? You got a lot of them?
guy. Not a huge amount, but like Dan has got some good stuff there. Geisen has some stuff. Mojo has something
There
there.
we go.
And then we've got the normal fax machine questions as well. But first, we'll do the Halloween stuff. All right. So give me 12 seconds of silence. Now.
It's that time again
Bitches.
for questions and topics submitted by our
you
viewers.
fucking bitch.
So let's go to our fax machine and see
No,
what
you're
we
a
have.
bitch.
Fax me hard
Don't
and
talk back to me
daddy.
like that,
I've
Jack.
been a bad boy.
I thought that was
It's
Suzuki in
over.
the chat.
That's okay. All right. And we're back. Welcome to the fax machine. So like I just said, we're going to look at submitted stuff. Now, when I turn these on, there's going to be audio. All right. Hopefully it's not too loud or whatever, but it should be okay.
Audio for me too?
So this
Am I
first-
going to see this too?
You'll see it on the screen, like you're watching the podcast right now, aren't you? It'll be delayed. You'll have a delay.
Oh, I have to look at it on the stream itself.
Yeah. Well, you can look at us in the Discord fax machine channel if you want.
Okay, I'll delete your page.
Dylan Dan says there was no prizes for costumes, so no triple D pigs. It's probably safer as well for the for not getting banned on YouTube. Fozzie Bear says, how many dick pics did you guess? Sadly, none. All right, so this first one's from Deadeye Dan, and this is his Halloween display.
If it's gonna be showing the whole thing, this is gonna take like a half an hour, isn't
No,
it?
this is only like a minute long.
Oh, so-
Well, he's got a couple.
Damn. Are we Universal Studios? What is this?
Look at this. He's got witches.
Yeah.
No, I can't hear the audio of the video. I don't know if it's drowning me out or if I'm ruining this by talking. You get the idea, I think.
Okay.
Man,
He's
if
got
only
Five Nights at Freddy level animatronics.
No, the audio's fine. So here we fine. We're with the audio with the. That looks pretty sick. The witch in the middle.
And then he's got like a projector in the house.
Mm-hmm.
The entire house has got a projector thing going on.
Damn, look at that bird too. Is that a bird?
I think so. It's like a crow or something.
too bad Sony doesn't put as much dedication into VR as Dan does into Halloween decorations.
Damn right. That was Lupin there, but that's the first one. Dan says I didn't include the 40 minutes of house projection. I appreciate that, Dan. We
GG,
appreciate
Dan.
that. But yeah, that's sick. It is insane. Dan has another clip here, but he shot it in portrait mode, so it's going to be even harder to see. And this is like
Why'd you do it in portrait mode, Dan?
damn, why do you do this to me?
You wanted to share it on Facebook.
Yeah, straight from the phone.
Damn, who's hanging in there? Oh, what is?
He's got like the outdoor, like a cemetery thing, is it? Yeah,
So
it
like
says
people
cemetery,
carrying
it says
somebody on
cemetery.
the stretcher?
Makes us someone went overboard, but people travel from far and wide to come and see Deadeye Dan's Halloween display at his house.
If you do this every
the
year, I'm
takeaway
sure you do actually.
I like how you can see shadows in the projection as well, in the windows and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Damn, look at that. Someone's getting murdered in there. It's a YouTube show, yeah.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, dude.
Alright, and he's sent one final one in. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. So this is he's got like I've paused it there. So if you can see on the right hand side, he's got like a Jason, like a life-size Jason doll thing at the right hand side there, and the delivery guy is just after noses in there. So he scares the shit out of him.
Got two,
But yeah.
got loud too.
MGI Logistics.
And he's speaking
What kind
Spanish,
of
by the way. He
packages
wants
you
you to
getting?
translate what he's saying, but you probably can't hear it. But yeah,
He's gonna take a picture of it? No, I thought he was gonna take a picture of
he's
it.
out there terrifying delivery man.
I don't know, he left. He said, you're a bitch.
Is that what he said? You're a bitch. I'd
Yeah.
say that too, probably. GG dances Decepticon and Movemaster mixes. Wow. All right. Did I, Dan? I think if there was a prize, obviously you're going to get the prize. But there's no prize, so hard luck.
He has the price. He's got the
He gets
D's.
the triple D's. He had the prize all along.
He's got all the costumes that we can't see apparently.
Yeah, that's the real prize. So this next one is Geisen. So Geisen submitted his outfit that he wore for Halloween, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know what this outfit is.
I'll tell you.
Let me see.
You know, I'm going to actually try and move it up Gonna try and make it bigger. Hold on, give me a sec.
Is this a Halloween costume or is he just wearing like a
It looks
jacket?
like a combat.
Oh wait, I see it. Okay, I see it now. There we go.
Honestly, don't know who that is.
Is it like a video game? Maybe.
I don't know. Geisen, if you're here, let us know who you dressed up as.
There's like a patch on the side, so it might be like some fucking.
Does he have a mask on?
Red Joe.
Like a
I think he's got a face mask on, which he always wore in mini golf. Anyway, so maybe he just wears the face mask. Anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't recognize
I
that.
don't know. I think it's just what he wears day to day. Could just be his day to day Geisen outfits. It's not a Halloween costume. He's just confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. That could be it.
It's just check out my new jacket, guys. Like my new jacket.
Pretty sick. It's pretty sick, Geisen.
It is a nice jacket. Nice jacket.
He
Geisen.
also sent his workstation, I think. I assume like it's his office cubicle, which he has decorated. So
Bane? That's not Bane, is it?
There you go.
That didn't look
Bane?
like Bane. Decepticon said Bane. I don't think that
No.
looks like Bane.
Well, maybe. Didn't Bane have like fur on his outfit? I'm gonna try.
He also has like a
Go
full like luchador mask on as well.
Yeah, he's got like pipes and shit coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
So this is his Halloween.
Oh.
Oh, that looks like a Christmas wreath with a scary mouth in the middle. And he's got a spooky ghost creature over here.
Mr. Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Well, there you go. Didn't know who that was. But there you go. He's got candles, romantic, very sexy and romantic. And he's gone all out. And what is that?
Cool.
Is that a Nuka-Cola Quantum from Fallout?
Where?
Like that glowing purple bottle?
No, bitch. Zoom in.
Don't know what that is.
Doesn't even look
either.
like
Just
that.
so-
What are you talking about?
It's just a bottle with light.
Just an old bottle. Oh, he's captured lightning in a bottle. Is that it?
So,
Purple. Okay, it's just like a wine bottle or something.
hey,
Well,
bitch.
there you go. And he's got like a little snake. Is that the worm from Beetlejuice up there? I don't know. It could be the sandworm. Oh, Geisen is here. Haunted Mansion with Nightmare Before Christmas. What's Haunted Mansion? What? Tell us about your outfit, like Geisen. What were you dressing up as in that outfit? What's this? Who are you?
Did he just say it right now?
He's Haunted Mansion. Is that the character's name?
I don't know.
I doubt it. With Nightmare Before Christmas.
If
Anyway.
I had to guess, is it
from
a character?
Naruto? From Naruto.
I was gonna say. I was about to say Naruto. I thought.
Tuka would have
Weebs.
got that right away.
Suki would have nailed it. Muzz, I'm disappointed you didn't get it. You Final Fantasy enjoyer. I thought you'd be all over that.
I don't watch Naruto, but I know some of the characters. But
All right, don't worry. We let you off with a warning this time. The last Halloween submission is from Mojo. And Mojo went as a headless horseman, which I think is actually kind of cool. He's got some blood and gore effects going on there. I'll make it big now in a sec if I can scroll up. Just bear with me here. I've got learning difficulties. There we go. So there you go. He's got his little pose with the, I assume the sack behind him. Is that where his head is supposed to be? Or is that a different person wearing a different outfit? I don't know. But there you go.
I think that's another person.
Either way.
Crazy.
Cool. I like it. You know. Good job, Mojo. You did it.
good job.
Did I Dance's Haunted Mansion is a Disney movie. All right. So that's what the theme of the office was: Haunted Mansion with Nightmare Before Christmas mixed in. And that ends the Halloween showcase or whatever. Or Jackpot, were you happy with your idea? You happy you did that?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a
GG.
success. All right, we'll do it again next year then. Decepticon says the scariest thing is that live, laugh, love in the background. Don't tell me that was in Mojo's.
No, I think
it is in Mojo's.
It is.
Get roasted, Mojo. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, back to the regular fax machine questions then. Muppets Haunted Mansion is lit, says Chairface. I'll take your word for that. I've never been big into the Muppets, personally. All right,
First
fax
question.
machine time. God damn it, Dan just threw in a picture of the triple Ds all out of nowhere. I'm not going to include
What?
that, Dan. Not this time.
Why not? Why not pumpkins?
I don't
Why
want. It's just for me. It's just for me.
He probably sent it on the fucking general.
No, it's in the fax machine. Anyone can see it.
Damn.
I'm trying to fucking figure out which is the
Many questions,
question. Okay, here we go.
You want me to get the questions? What's going on?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find where they were. So the first one is
Are
from
you too
Peace.
distracted by damn?
No, I was scrolling back.
It's just like, wait, hold on. I can't find the questions, even though it's in the same fucking.
Just give me 2 more
Same
minutes.
section.
Just give me 2 more minutes, all right?
You fucking idiot.
Peace.
I gotta go take a quick washing break, guys.
Dirty bitches. Dilly Dan says there is a late submission, Pumpkins, if it's not too risky. It's not that it's too risky, it's just that I'm too lazy to download it and then put it into the thing. If you put it up before the stream went live, it'll be there, Dan. Maybe next week. Or we'll wait for Halloween. Listen, everyone in the Discord can see it anyway. HC Pegasus says, good work, guys. Some great discussions. Even a little mention. HC Pegasus, you deserve all the mentions for the sick-ass Gran Turismo 7 libraries that you're putting out there. Well, one in particular, anyway, that's out of control. Maybe catch you in-game later today. Oh yeah, by today you mean tomorrow, which is maybe. We'll see what wins the vote. Dilly says he's distracted. He's all flustered, says Decepticon. Screen goes dark, music plays. Anyway, we can finally get to Pete's question.
Pete.
He says, would you rather get a text from a one-night stand that says, I'm pregnant, or get a text that says, I have an incurable STD?
Do I have it too?
See, these questions, like, you didn't specify if we were let's assume we had unprotected sex, because that's important. That's important to say, Pete.
Well, then you pretty much got it then, right?
Yeah, so would you rather knock up someone that you just met and had the ride with, or would you rather get an STD from them that can't be cured?
Fuck. What does STD consist of? What are the symptoms? We gotta be more specific.
How horrible is the STD?
If it just gives me extra munchies, then I wouldn't
No,
mind.
I don't think there's
but
any STDs that
my
give you
dick
extra
falls
munchies.
off.
You can assume there's probably going to be a bit of pus or something coming out.
Fuck.
Just assume there's going to be some leakage, some discharge.
Probably
What's the other option again?
Get a
You have
woman
to-
pregnant. Get a woman pregnant.
That you just met?
Yeah, just someone you met for a one night stand. Don't really know her.
Or get an STD?
Or get an STD.
Uh,
It's so obvious.
I
Yeah,
guess.
it's so obvious because you just fucking pop kids like nothing.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Like,
Look,
what's
I'm
another
gonna-
kid?
No,
What's another
no,
kid? I'm not
no,
gonna have to worry about this one.
You're wrong.
Okay.
You're wrong. I
Hoarding
go
kids
for
in
the
the
STD.
future.
I pick the STD. And you know why? So I can make those videos and sell them to people like Decepticon out there, and then I will be rich. And there
Yeah,
you go.
I guess that's the
There
way.
you go. How do you like that?
Good question.
Is it a good question?
I think
Yeah, it was a really good
I don't
question.
want
I'll
an
let you
STD,
answer.
so I think I'd have to have a kid. I
Yeah,
guess.
You're gonna be daddies. You're gonna be daddies. Congratulations. These questions is great, says LSB. Decepticon says PP obviously going kid. He's having like 7 more. Lol. I just roasted you with my answer. You bitch. Movemaster Mix says you grow boobs. I already have that STD. Both are lifelong. Only fans.
Already suffering from that one for many years.
Brave Sir Robin says, he's got a few questions here. His first one is, how many fist fights have you been in, and did you lose any?
I've actually only ever been in one.
And did you lose?
I think it was probably a draw because it ended up we were both kind of like on the ground with like
Kissing.
in headlocks, and the teachers kind of broke it up because it was school
Nice.
in high school.
Jackpot. You went out there
Trying to think like
wrestling.
actual. No, I'm trying to think like actual fist fights, and no, there was one time kind of similar to Muzz. I was like a little kid, and somebody pushed me. I was in front of a fucking like one of those fences, and there's a post and then the fence and then another post, and I was standing in front of the post and he pushed me and hit my dick on the post, so it really hurt. So I chased him and in the school grounds. I chased him and then I grabbed him by the neck and I started about to start punching him, and then the teachers split us up. I think that's as close as I've gotten. I've gotten people trying to beat me up and all that type of shit, but actually getting in fist fights, I don't think so, dude.
I see. I've been in not an actual fist fight, but like a drunken kind of a. Like we were in the
course.
smoke. Listen, I was out and it was actually Halloween. We were in, I was in a Batman costume, and this other fella thought I was somebody else. He came up to me and he tried to take the mask off my face, but he stuck his fingers in the eye hole and it poked me right in the eye. So I fucking shoved him back, and then he shoved me back, and I went for a swing, and then all his friends were around him. So then people were pulling me back saying, "Get out of here, you're gonna fucking die." All his pals were out there. But that's the closest I came to a proper fist fight.
Well, there was a lot of I played soccer a lot when I was a kid and up to high school, and there was a lot of fights, but not it wasn't an actual. It's just people running and soccer kick each other in the back,
that
or
doesn't count. That's just
actual
just
brawls,
the
soccer brawls, kind of like that. Yeah.
How about that
But
time
yeah,
we got into a fight with Tasugi and Firewall Ultra, and we all stood around him and started
Every
pushing our guns into his face.
every
Remember
night.
that? HDS says, "Stop lying, pump." Did I sound very impressive when I told that story, HDS? How many fights you get in HDS? Not enough, because you're still here talking.
You gonna let him talk to you like that?
What's he gonna do? His next question is, what would be the worst way to die?
Oh, I thought there was going to be options. Is that just a question?
He just wants to know what you think is the worst way to die.
Oh, dear.
I heard about.
I would have to.
Sorry, go on. Was you have one?
I would say probably burning alive would be probably up there.
Similar to what I was going to say, but I heard a story about some fella who fell into a sewer thing in America or something like that, like a sewer grate or whatever, and there was some kind of steam pipe down there or some shit like that, and this steam was boiling hot, and he got steamed alive, and apparently the screams were awful, and they were saying that if he got burned alive it would have been way better because the fire burns away your nerve endings after a few seconds, so you don't feel the pain.
Yeah.
But with being steamed alive, you feel it all the way.
Oh, man.
So maybe being steamed alive.
Steamed alive. Yeah.
Steamed to death.
High pressure steam. Drowning, that's also not a good way to go either, I don't think.
Drowning, yeah.
Probably quicker though.
Would be quicker, yeah. You'd probably lose consciousness fairly fast. HC Pegasus is lonely.
Why are all these fucking last two very fucked up?
Lonely.
Very
That's
grim
the worst
question.
way to go, lonely. Did you give an answer, Jackpot?
Yeah, I guess that fucking steaming or bird alive.
Buried alive.
Would you be in
buried
a
alive.
box or just in the soil? Nothing between you and the soil?
Well, you probably choke, right? If there's nothing.
Yeah, it'd
I
be
don't
like,
know.
it'd be
Yeah.
like drowning, wouldn't it? You'd be you just run out of
you would
air and
just-
suffocate.
Yeah.
No, I mean a box because eventually you'll suffocate. You'll have enough
Suffocate
air.
there too, yeah.
You
but-
freak out. You panic. Your brain just goes crazy.
HDS says he'll beat my ass instantly. Laughing face. All right, congratulations, HDS. I'll take your word for it. And then his last question is Squirtle, Charmander, or Bulbasaur?
Wow, what a contrast.
Just something to lighten the mood.
What's the worst way to die? What Pokemon do you like best?
Which
All
one is
over the
that?
place.
Bulbasaur for me, by the way. That was the one I always picked.
Is that water?
That was great.
I've never played a Pokemon game in my life, but I would say the fire guy.
All right, Fire Guy it is. And Jackpot?
Is that Charmander?
Charmander, yeah.
So what is it? Water, fire, and what's the other one?
Grass.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm surprised
Fire
you're not
the
picking
fire.
grass. You're picking
Yeah, you're
grass?
supposed to be all about the
No.
grass.
Not that one. Not that one. That was
Leaf.
fucking. That was not.
You don't,
breaking
you,
bread,
you
that
don't
one.
want you don't know what kind of grassy marijuana. Come on.
Sticky, the stickiest.
Have to be more specific. But yeah. The fire one, I guess. I never really got into Pokemon either. I was more a little bit Tsuki, Dragon Ball Z.
I played Dragon Ball Z. I watched.
Nice. Okay. I got Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy, so I played the shit out of that for a long time. And yeah, Bulbasaur was always the best. Warrim says eaten alive by rats would be the worst way to go.
Damn.
I've seen that where they put the bucket with like rats on your stomach, and then they heat up the bucket with the blowtorch,
yeah.
and then the rats start digging into your stomach to escape the heat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be.
I'm sure there's a lot of nasty ways to die if we sit here and contemplate it for a while, but I don't really want to do that.
No,
that's fine.
You want to have dinner.
Steamed hams. All right, next question then. That's not a question, and that's not a question. Okay, that's just triple D's. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, that's it. How long was that episode? 2 hours. We went over the 2 hours. I didn't think we would, but we did.
Somehow we did it.
We did.
You did it.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments and your questions in the fax machine. Make sure you put them in for next week as well. And remember, we're going to be judging the Firewall Ultra competition for best clips for first, second, and third place prizes and all that jazz. We will figure out how we're going to do this. Right now, we're not too sure, but we will figure it out by then. SDS says, I will poke your eyes out and you will never see the VR headset again.
Damn. What's
don't have to see your
Ace Diaz?
again, Ace
Ace Diaz has it out for you tonight.
He sure does. He sure does. GG says Decepticon, Geisen, and Fozzie Bear. Thank you for watching, lads. Goodbye. Muzz.
Later,
Jack
guys.
Boss. Been a pleasure.
GG.
Get on my face.
BG. Wash your hands.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
No.
What the fuck is this?
All right.